I love this guy that keeps talking in my ear. Love that. There you go. Anyway. You only have 1 million. 1 million, yeah, it's not bad. How long have you been playing for? How long have you been playing for, and what do you have in terms of like businesses and stuff? Put it all on red. Should I? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, I just got 100 grand. Well, let's go and do that. Oh my god, 100 grand? Oh, look at that. Look at that, huh? Lovely. And 15. Okay, let's go and do that then. Let's go do 100 grand on, or however much I can do on red then. You don't know how long you've been playing for? Alright then, so what do you have on the game then? If you don't know how long you've been playing for, what do you have like business-wise and stuff? Like, what do you typically do on the game as well? So like, what businesses do you have, and then also what do you do on the game? Like on like an average time you play it? Maybe I can give you some advice on it. Is there snow? I don't think so, Caitlin, not at the moment.
Please place your bet.
Because you had the Kasaka, you can you put 10 grand on here? This isn't the high end as well. Only 10 grand? Jesus, man. Oh no, you can do more than that, of course, you can do that. 50 grand, that's it. Alright, let's see what we get. Kasaka, Bunker, the auto thing, and nightclub. Do you have Acid Lab? If you don't have Acid Lab, I highly recommend getting the Acid Lab. That makes a lot of money very easily. No, definitely get an Acid Lab. You can make about 300 grand from it every day really easily. Probably more than that, depending on how long you play for. Very easy sales, very easy to do. Just buy supplies for it, leave it to sit for a bit. Oh, there you go. Good call. There you go. Good call right there. Thank you for the call, Zeno. Appreciate that. Look at that. 100 grand. Plus, there you go. We're making money already. All on red. Got another 100 grand. Beautiful. There you go. All right, enough gambling. I know when to call it. I know how they get you. You put all your money in, you get that win, and then they go, oh yeah, do it again. You'll win more money. No. We got the money. Let's leave. Let's leave. Let's not play the game that they want us to play. Goodbye. I'm taking my winnings. I'm getting the hell out. Hey, Ethan, how you doing? Send Help made 20 million opening weekend. Oh, that's pretty good for opening weekend. Jeez. Could I help you get money? It's difficult to help people get money in this game because the problem I find is that if you help people get money, half the time what they do with it is they spend it willy-nilly. They lose it, and then they never really build a good habit with it. And like 90% of the times I've helped people make money in this game, that's what's happened. So what I find is the best thing to do is I can help a little bit, but the best thing I can do is give you information and help teach you how to make money so that you can just keep making more money over and over again. The way I try to help people make money is to become self-sufficient in their money so that they can never run out of money, pretty much. Hey Harris, how you doing? Yeah, you should play GTA Online. At least do all the things at least once, Caitlin. Like all the heists at least once, and like it's a really fun experience, especially when you're starting out, getting your own cars, upgrading them, getting like houses and stuff, and then getting yourself, you know, doing the heists and stuff. It's a great feeling the first time you do it. All right. Also, we need to look at what's on Double Money this week. Let me have a quick look what's on Double Money. GTA Online, Newswire. Let's have a look what's on. So, for money this week, Oh, it's odd jobs, of course it is. Is there anything good on? Anything that's like actual money? Cocaine's on extra this week. Oh no, sorry, on extra production speed. It's not very good, is it? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. They've really they've really skimped this week on stuff. Yeah, there's extra production for cocaine, which is okay, but I mean, they could have put double money on it as well, you know.
Sir, how can I help?
Alright, let's have a look. What should I put extra money on here? No, I don't really want to. I don't. Wait, wait, is my acid lab full? Wait. Is my acid lab full? Let me have a look at acid lab. RDR2 is huge. It is, yeah. It really is big. You love how this game's got people checking in and saying stuff like "got to grind cocaine." Oh yeah, you got to grind cocaine. I don't know why that one's so quiet. What am I even doing here? I'm trying to... Oh yeah, I'm looking for outfits. See, I'm really, for some reason, an autopilot right now. Smart red, there we go. Still miffed at me for not telling you that TTS cost that much. Ah, see, that was the fun part. That was the fun part. 25 grand a pop. Oof. I think yeah, if it was 25 grand, then I lowered it to 15, then I lowered it to 10, so now it's 10. Yeah, there you go.
Still here, friend.
Has anyone used it since? I think so, yeah. I think Joe used it once or twice. Alright, so this is what I mean by Acid Lab. So this is why I recommend Acid Lab to people that want to make money, because, you know, it's a very easy business. So the primary goal here is just to buy supplies. The gist of it, anyway. Buy supplies, never steal. Stealing is really, really inefficient. Same thing with bunker. Same with any of these businesses, actually. There is no point stealing supplies, because the business doesn't produce anything whilst you're stealing, which slows the business down, but also you end up spending your time stealing, which is really, really pointless, because you could be doing something else to make more money. So instead of stealing, you could be doing a heist. The whole point of a business is it needs to be running in the background so that you don't have to touch it that much. There's only two things you need to do with a business: is you go there, you buy supplies, you wait, and you sell. And in that time when you're waiting, you do something else, whether that's missions, whether that's heists, whether that's other businesses. The point is, you should always be doing something. You should always be doing something, even if it's just stealing from you know, stores. You should be doing something else at the same time. You need to be doing something else at the same time. So that's a gist. That's the basis of all grinding in this game at this point in 2026. The basis of all grinding is that you need to have businesses. If you don't have businesses, you're never going to make any serious money in this game now. You can do heists and stuff, sure, and yeah, you can do Cayo Perico, sure, but the problem is that you'll get bored and you'll get burnt out. Businesses are the absolute core fundamental. You always want to have something going on in the background. And there's different types of businesses. Some businesses like the CEO, some businesses like a hangar, they're what I call active businesses, where you need to actively be going and doing stuff, so stealing product. There are ways now to get product for those without having to do it yourself, but it's really, really not worth it for most people. If you have GTA Plus, you can just tell you can get your workers to go and get stuff for you. That's true, but otherwise it's not worth it. So you want to be focusing on businesses like the Acid Lab, the bunker, the nightclub, and you can also do the MCs. Although I don't like the MC businesses just because they require a lot more work in general. They don't. If you have mansions, they're not so bad because they'll never get raided. But if you don't have a mansion yet, they can still get raided. So I wouldn't bother with MCs myself. I would say focus on Acid Lab, focus on bunker, and then get nightclub, and then only get the MCs just to, because the nightclub needs other businesses to make more money. So you need to, if you want to have the nightclub making lots of money, you need to have other businesses, like the MC businesses. But focus on the Acid Lab, and then the bunker, or the bunker, then the Acid Lab, and then get yourself the nightclub, and then get yourself the other businesses, and just, yeah, over time, it kind of, at first it feels a bit kind of weird because you're spending money, you're making money just to spend it instantly on businesses, but then in the grand scheme of things, you'll make more money. It might feel bad at first because you're not being able to buy stuff you want, but then after about 2-3 weeks, it's paid for itself, easy peasy. Probably not that long, depends how much you play the game. If you play the game a lot, it'll pay for itself in a couple of days. If you don't play the game very much, a couple of weeks, but it does pay for itself eventually. And yeah, you'll be calm. Yeah, the mansion boost is also, if you have mansions, you can get a really good boost on businesses too, which is very handy. So I do appreciate Rockstar for having that.
How are we?
Yeah, Caitlin, it's like 100. It's a lot on the PS4 now because it's not compressed down on the PS4 version. Anyway, so yeah, that's the way to do it. So you get your businesses, you buy supplies, and then you wait, and then you sell them. And the reason I like nightclub, I like nightclub too, but the reason I like Acid Lab is that you get, once it's upgraded and all that, it's $351,000 for a sale, and that's quite good. I believe to get you need to, I think you got to spend about 100 grand, if that, to get the product maxed out. But once you get that, that's a 200 grand profit at least, 250 grand profit every time you sell Acid Lab. It's a really good business. It's a really easy business too because it requires very little work on the part of the player. All you gotta do is just... The sales are always solo. You can do them with other people, but they're always soloable. They're always doable without needing other people, which is one of the biggest things that makes Acid Lab so great, is that you can do it alone. You don't need other people. Whereas Bunker needs other people if you fill it up too much. But Acid Lab never needs more than one person. So I'd always say you want to get Acid Lab. It's probably the best business for me anyway at the point. Even more than Bunker, and I love Bunker. I made $500 million in the Bunker. I love the Bunker, but I'm not gonna lie, the Acid Lab kind of... The Acid Lab is basically the Bunker, but just better. that's the truth there. There's nothing else I can say on that. The Bunker has been replaced by the Acid Lab, but it's still worth doing the Bunker as well, as long as the Bunker's not in Paleto Bay. I should say that if the Bunker's in Paleto Bay, move it. If your Bunker's up in Paleto Bay, move it ideally to Chumash on the southwestern coast. My guy, you know you can hold on a little bit tighter, right, and you won't fall off. Thank you. Even compress is still insanely big. So big games again. The issue is, okay, a lot of these games, they're not compressed very well, especially if they're designed to work on hard drives. They oftentimes are way too big. Like look at Helldivers. The PC version was over 150 gigs, I think it was, whereas the PS5 version was about 50. And they've now made a beta version for PC, which reduces it to about 50 as well, because it's now being designed for SSDs. So yeah, a lot of it's because of hard drive design. No, the Acid Lab is you have to. It's a separate product. It's a separate vehicle in the. Where is it? Is it Warstock that it's available in? I think it's in Warstock Cash and Carry, and it's basically a brickade. I don't know if you know what a brickade is, but it's basically one of those been modified. Yeah, it's in Cash and Carry. Yeah. So have a look in Warstock. Wait. Is it in here? I can never remember. It must be, right? It's just probably quite far back. Is it here? After hours. Maybe it's because I've already bought it. It's not available. Oh, no, there it is. There it is. It's just for some reason hidden away. It's this thing. It's this thing. So if you pick this one up, it has the acid lab in it. I love how they literally just called it the Brickade 6x6, even though you can buy a normal Brickade too. But yeah, it's that one anyway. And is it available to buy without doing the Drug War DLC, or do you have to, or is it just like discounted if you do the Drug War DLC? I can't remember now. It's been so long since the Drug War DLC came out, and I'm not gonna lie, I do try to forget that, because the missions, I like doing the missions, but my god, I hate the characters in that DLC so much. Yeah, I can't remember. It's been so long. It was way easier back in the day when people would ask me questions, because it was like, oh, yeah, 5 years worth of GTA Online, that's easy. Now it's been 13 years worth of GTA Online. It's a lot harder to remember every little detail. I know there are some dons out there that know everything about the game. The dons on the subreddit know everything, but I don't have that much patience for it anymore. Oh my god, can you just go in?
Trippy.
Could you please just go in? Oh my days, man. I could go closer, but at this point, it's the principle. There we go. Yeah. Oh, oh. It was the principle of the thing then. I was not gonna give in. I was gonna get that if it's the last thing I do. You know what's really funny, by the way? Well, it's not really funny, but I actually now own a shirt that's almost the exact same color as this shirt in the game. And all I need to do now is get some red jeans, and I'm set. Although I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna wear the red jeans. If I get them, I'm not wearing them out, because I know for a fucking fact that people where I live take the piss out of people wearing red jeans. And I know this because I've seen multiple posts on it. I've seen multiple posts of people in my area taking the piss out of people wearing red jeans. I'm not wearing red jeans. I love red jeans. I'm not gonna wear them. I don't need people randomly taking pictures of me and posting them on fucking TikTok and Instagram and all that shit. Thank you very much. Oh. But yeah, so if the Brickade is, if the Brickade's more than 750,000 or it's locked, you need to do the Drug War DLC. I don't know if you've done those missions yet. It's the ones with Ron and Dax. And they go, he goes badonkadonk and all that stuff. Yeah, it's that set of missions. Terrible set, well, amazing missions, terrible characters. And if you do those, you can get yourself the acid lab, and it is worth doing it. Like, I know it may not seem it at first, but trust me, I've made a lot of money from, if I add up all my businesses, I've definitely made $1 billion from all my businesses combined. Easily made that. Probably more now, probably closer to $1.5 billion from my businesses combined. So yeah, it's well worth it. Now you have the acid lab. Awesome. So what I would recommend with the acid lab is to get the upgrades for it, right? To get some of the upgrades, I think you need to do a certain amount of Dax free roam missions. So if you call up Dax, he'll offer you, I don't know what they're called, but he'll offer you some jobs, like little free roam jobs. If you do 10 of those, you then get an upgrade for the acid lab, which makes you more money. So you gotta do 10 of those. Those are painful, I'm not gonna lie. They are very boring missions, those ones, but just call up Dax and yeah, do 10 of those. And then you'll get you can get the upgrade for it. Also remember to name your product as well, because you can change the name of the van, but you can also change the name of the product that you sell. Change the name because you get a small percentage increase if you do that as well. I think you get like 10% extra or something like that. If you name the product something different than the default. definitely worth doing that. The only jeans that people don't get pissed at are grey, black, and blue. People don't wear other colors in public. I know, people are boring these days. Back in the 80s, people used to wear such vibrant colors, and now everyone's really, like, boring. Everyone just wears blue, black, gray. Well, yeah, blue, black, and grey. It's so boring. Bring back the vibrancy. That's what I want. I want to see people wearing pastels again, man. I want to see people wearing neons and pastels, and I want to see it all. Let's get people back out and actually being interesting. Just wait for GTA 6. I'm telling you this now. My outfits in GTA 6 are gonna pop. I'm gonna... Oh my days, man. Oh my days. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I'm hitting Vice Beach. I want to be dressed up for Vice Beach. I don't give a shit. I'm going to be dressed the fuck up. And I'm going to be looking like Sonny Crockett right there and then. I can't wait. You want to get a hard drive just to experience how slow it is? Get a hard... Here's a little fun project, Kaylin. Get a hard drive. Install Windows 11 on it. And then install a game that's designed for... SSD on it, like Ratchet and Clank, well, not the new one, but the one that came out in 2020, the one with the rifts, because that game really requires an SSD, and if you try to play it without an SSD, it can take 10 to 20 seconds sometimes to load the rift properly, which is hilarious. So yeah, do that. Yeah, Windows 11K, you gotta make it as slow as possible. You gotta make the game and the experience so painfully slow. You want to have the true experience of a hard drive. Give it a go. Do that. Do Windows 11. Play Ratchet and Clank. Have a great experience. You'll be loving it. 30-second wait for the next step.
Your skanky ass.
Oh my days. Oh yeah, I got my stuff. The one thing I will say about GTA Plus, I love GTA Plus for this app, the managed staff app, whatever. It's fantastic. It's made my experience on this game 10 times better, because I was never going to do any of those jobs ever. I was never going to bother doing Hangar. Now I'm doing Hangar. Thank you so much, Rockstar, for making GTA Plus actually worth it. I swore I'd never buy it. I swore, I said to myself, I'm never buying GTA Plus, and then I saw that and I was like, okay. I'm gonna have to keep GTA Plus. The 2000s are disastrous for fashion, but things are way more boring now. Yeah, exactly. Like, you know what? I get it. I don't know how fashion's gonna go in future, because I think people are so worried as well about looking weird now because of social media. Like back in the 2000s, if you went out in a crazy outfit, people might have laughed at you, but at least it was local. But nowadays, you could just go out and mind your own business. And some guy's like, oh yeah, let's stick this on TikTok. And next thing you know, you're on some TikTok somewhere. It's ruined, I think, people's ability to express themselves. Like, I know there's a lot of people out there that are thankfully being more expressive than they've ever been. But at the same time, I think it's also harmed a lot of people. And there's a lot of people now that just don't want to risk being, outcast. All because of social media. I would love to wear red jeans. Man, red jeans is so good, but there ain't no way I'm about to end up plastered all over social media because of my red jeans. Thank you very much. So I'll just wear blue. Be boring. I'd love to wear a white suit as well, but nah, there's no way. I love white suits. I think they look fantastic, but absolutely no way would I do that. To be fair though, in London, not a good look anyway. The weather doesn't suit white suits very much in London. It's too rainy and overcast and dark, and yeah, it's just not worth it. Whereas if I lived somewhere sunny, yeah, I probably would. It's like when Sonny and Rico went to New York in Miami Vice, and it looks so weird when they're in New York because the weather's so overcast and the suit just does not really fit. And everyone else is like wearing grays and blacks and stuff, and then they're just wearing like bright white and blues, and it's crazy. Hey Void, how you doing? Alright, let me go bunker, so I'm gonna do a bit of bunker now. The reality of GTA Online is that there's no get-rich-quick scheme in this game. It is one where you got to put down foundations and you got to build yourself up, brick by brick. You got to do it. And everyone wants a quick answer. Everyone wants this situation where I'm just going to be like, hey, do this and you're going to make, 10 million every day. It isn't like that, unfortunately. I do make, without trying, I make about 1 to 2 million a day without trying. Easy. Every time I play the game, I always end up with about 1 million to 2 million every day without even thinking about it. Like, I don't even go trying to do it. I just end up with it because the game just hands it to you once you know what you're doing. But if I actually try and I actually grind, I have ended up about 6 million a day. 6-7 million a day. If I try, and if I really tried, I could probably hit 10. If I really wanted to and I did everything perfectly and I optimized it, I could hit 10 a day. But on a normal day, without trying, about 1 to 2, and then about between 3 and 5 on a day where I'm somewhat trying. Hey Rebecca, how you doing? You could get 10 mil a day, but due to glitches. Yes, you can get money due to glitches. Obviously, I don't like to do glitches, and I don't think people should, because I think it takes away from the game. Like, yeah, you get lots of money, right? And it's great, because you got all this money to play with, but then the game gets boring. Part of the fun of this game, and I think people forget this, what makes this game so fun is the build-up. It's the anticipation of what you can have in the future. Building yourself up, getting yourself houses, getting yourself cars, getting yourself planes, getting yourself boats, getting yourself mansions. That's what the build-up is. That's the best part of the game. And it's something I noticed that as soon as I hit 1 billion, which was my goal, I lost interest in the game so much. It's only really fully recovered now because I've got this excitement of what's to come with GTA 6 and also building something. My focus on this game now is to build up a bigger community of people so we can do everything in GTA 6. I want to do everything. I want to just not just make money. I want to be doing everything. I want to be doing loads and loads of missions. I want to be doing death matches, races, special events. I want to do all that stuff. And that's what keeps me now interested in the game, is the build up for that. But when I hit 1 billion, which was my goal 5 years ago, as soon as I hit 1 billion, I was like, well, that's it. So yeah, if you could glitch lots of money, but man, it just takes away so much from the game. So I definitely think that the satisfaction of making the money yourself and building it up is so great. Anyway, Void, I'm doing pretty well, thank you. Sorry, I was just kind of away with the fairies for a second then, as my old grandparents used to say. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well, thank you. I can't really complain. You find an old PC of a GTX 1050 Ti and a CPU from the era and install a hard drive and run the game. Yeah, you should. Why not? Why not? Play it on the minimum specs. You're just tired, are you, Rebecca? When are you not, Rebecca? When are you not tired? So for the bunker, for anyone who might want to know, for the bunker, the way they set it up is, for bunker, you always want to assign to manufacturing, staff to manufacturing. You want to buy the equipment upgrade, you want to buy the staff upgrade. You don't need the security upgrade. It is nice to have, but it's not necessary. These are the two you want. And then you want to, and as I said, you want to assign staff to only manufacturing. I wouldn't even bother doing both or research. The reality is, what I did when I was trying to get the bunker stuff done is, you can just buy the bunker research. You can just buy it, right? You can fast track it. And what I did is, whereas like Cave and Rebecca for the longest time did assign staff to both, I just did manufacturing, and then I used the money I made from manufacturing just to buy everything, and it was way quicker. Because I would make from manufacturing, I would make enough money every day to buy like an upgrade every day or two. So there was no point in my opinion, doing research or both. You might as well just do it to manufacturing, make a shit ton of money from it, and then just buy all the research. Way, way, way smarter, in my opinion. As you can see, I've made about 500 mil from the bunker. Love this thing so much. My strategy is, and it may not be the best strategy, but my strategy is I always come in here, I buy 75,000 ordered, and then I let that build up, and then you get that little bit of stock. That's $75,000 worth of supplies in stock form. You let that get up to there, and then you sell it. 210,000. So you make yourself a profit of what? 140,000? Doesn't seem like a lot, but it adds up. It really, really adds up. 140,000. You can do a second load and you can still do it on your own, but the reason I used to do this like this is solo. This is soloable. This is something you can do on your own. As soon as it gets to there, as soon as you do 2 loads, it becomes a 2-person job. Not always. And now that they've increased the timers, you can still do it on your own. But before they increase the timers, especially if you had your bunker where mine is, or if you had it especially up in Palito Bay, you would never do it on your own. If you have your bunker in Chumash, yeah, and with the new timers, yeah, you could definitely do 2 loads at once. If you want, I don't bother, but you could. If it's Chumash, you could maybe even do 3 loads on your own. But that's, yeah, it's a bit sticky, that one. I would personally not feel comfortable doing that, but yeah. But you could. Maybe I could do a 10 million in one stream challenge. Oh, that's a good idea, actually. I probably could do that. I would need to do a long stream, though. It'd have to be like a 6+ hour stream. 10 million. So I'd have to do Cayo Perico. But would that require me to do it all in one stream, like including preps, or could I pre-plan everything? Like pre-prepare everything? Because that would change the game a little bit. When did I do Cayo stream last? About 3 months ago? Whole thing in one stream, so from everything from scratch. Well, in that case, wait, would the businesses have to be empty as well before I start? Would all my businesses have to be completely empty? That's tricky because nightclub takes a long time to build up. Oh, that's a lot. Nightclub takes like 12 hours to get to where it needs to be. So if I was going to do a 6-hour stream, I would only have about 500 in there. So 500 there. Bunker, I could probably get to about 500,000. I could probably get about 700 to 1 million on bunker in that time period. I think it's 2.5 hours for bunker. I'm not 100% sure on that. Acid lab would be fairly straightforward. I could probably get about 2.5 mil in that 6-hour period from the businesses, from that set of businesses. Yeah, I'll do a timer. That's a good idea. I might do that, actually. That could be really interesting. I actually would like to do challenges like that on stream because it kind of breaks the stream up and makes it more, you know, kind of changes things up a bit. That's an interesting idea. I could probably get about 2.5 from businesses. Cayo Perico, depending on what I get luck-wise, let's just say 1 million. Let's just say 1 million on the lower end. So that's 3.5. Oof. I could probably do 2 Cayo Pericos in that time. Obviously, the cooldown is going to what's going to hurt you, but 2 Cayos. So let's say $2 million. You know, all my businesses in the background building. Let's say 2.5. Let's say 3. Let's say 2.5. So that's 4.5. That's tricky, man. You could do that, yeah. But I want to think I can figure it out how to do it without like having it where someone else gives you 80%, because that's kind of cheap, you know what I mean? Like, I want to see if I can figure out how to do it without doing that. Because then you could just have like a line of people give you 85% and just easy peasy. I want to see if you can do it without doing that. You'd watch that, would you, Kaylin? Yeah, I mean, it could be fun, like... Yeah, I'd have to really plan that. Like, I'd have to really think it out, like think it through. I need to get the old spreadsheets open with all the values, so I can like calculate it how much, and then obviously give a bit of leeway because you're not going to be perfect, are you? You're not gonna be perfect. 6 hours might not be enough. I'm gonna be real. It might have to be an 8-hour stream. It might need to be a stream like from 6 p.m. to like 2, maybe even more, like 3, maybe a 9-hour stream. I mean, we could definitely do Diamond in it. We could do Diamond Casino whilst waiting for Cayo Perico's cooldown. So that could be a strategy, but then... What other stuff? I guess I could also do VIP, not VIP jobs, FIB jobs. Would it count if I did... You know how that every week there's like an enhanced FIB job? I'm assuming it wouldn't count any double money stuff. Right? No, nothing double money, nothing on like... It would have to be on a week where everything's standard money. Good thing you have SSD and external SATAs because hard drive is insane now. Yes, hard drives today are not very good. It would be kind of like RNG, but I think it'd be best to do it on a night when there's nothing. Would saving the HSW trial be cheating? Oh, that's an interesting one too. That's an interesting one too, because that would help massively. HSW would be 250. If I did HSW and both time trials, that's what, like 350 grand right there. 350 grand straight away. Without even having to think about it. 350 grand is big money. Yeah, I don't think double money should count, but I think if you could do time trials, yeah, you'd have to do mansion boost 100%. I think acid maybe would be the best to do it on, because like acid does make a lot more. Then again though, you already get a boost on acid, which would be does the boost like double if or like is the boost like if you do a boost on acid from the mansion and you do the boost in the acid lab itself, does that like double up or something? I'm not sure how that works. Honestly, you'd probably have to do all your businesses. Maybe one day gas will be worth real money. Oh, that'd be awesome. I have actually, in the past, I actually looked into that. There was a small experiment someone did where you could have like cryptocurrency as your stream currency. With actual, value to it, which would be very cool. But then obviously it's not really worth it for the environmental aspect. So I was like, nah. But it was a cool idea. Acid would be better. Yeah. You can't boost twice. All right. So if you can boost twice, then I would do mansion. If you can't, then I'll do bunker. So let's say we do that. All the businesses, all the MC businesses would have to be done except maybe Document Factory. Fuck Document Factory. So you'd have to do all of these business. I would say you'd have to do all of these. Literally, first thing you do, buy supplies for everything. That's the first like 10 to 20 minutes, just literally going around buying supplies. Wait. Do supplies. Wait. Do supplies come out of the 10 mil? Or is it like, is it profit, or is it like just straight up making 10 mil? Because that changes the game as well. Because businesses will, obviously there is a business. Wait, business costs come out of it. That's fucked. That's fucked. That's crazy. If that's the case. That's diabolical. If business costs come out, because business costs are going to be a big chunk of that. On bunker, that's a large chunk. Still doable, but what I was thinking is, it depends as well if you wanted to do it solo or not. Because if you're going to do it solo, Cayo Perico, and then you do these missions, you do the Mackenzie Airfield missions, because you get, what, 750? You can do those with the Vigilante, and it makes it way quicker. You can do that in about 45 minutes, and then you get a bonus if you do it in 45 minutes. I've done that multiple times now with 45 minutes, because I know that I know how to do it optimized. So you could do that. You could do that in 45 minutes. You could, in theory, do Vincent's in about 45 minutes as well. But that's only 500. But you could do that in between waiting for Cayo Perico. So you let's say you make $1 million from Cayo Perico, do Mackenzie, do Vincent. That's already 2.25 million. Then do Cayo Perico again, 3.25. Businesses, if you can get about 3 mil from business, well, I guess 2 mil from businesses minus expense, well, after the expenses have been minused, you're looking at about 5 million to 6 million. Red Dead Redemption 2 was made with hard drives in mind, yeah, because it was made back in the day for the PS4 and all that. I would say also this would be good. I mean, it's only 316, but it's still good money. I think Auto Shop has a bonus one, doesn't it? God, that's gonna be crazy, man. What would you say? Would you be able to use GTA Plus to buy goods to your warehouses? Like, would you be able to use that, the managed staff members, to collect stuff for your warehouses? Or would you not? Would that be pay to win? Not that you'd get a lot, but you could maybe get about 30 or 40. You could get about 30 or 40 crates in that time period, probably. Maybe a little bit more. Well, you say that's pay to win, yeah? It's crazy that the PS4 still had hard drives. That's why the PS5, I don't think, will age as badly as the PS4. The PS4 was really bad by the end of the gen because it was so... Because the PS4 and the Xbox were so... They were already underpowered in general, but the hard drives were so behind the times. And that's why I don't think the PS5 will be as bad by the end of the gen, because the PS5 hasn't experienced those slowdowns that the PS4 has. It's experienced none of that. It's you know, I think that PS5s will gracefully age compared to PS4s. Like, yeah, the resolutions will go down, especially on the non-pros, but they'll still be fine consoles to play. You can put a SATA SSD in there, yeah, but it doesn't take full advantage of it because it wasn't designed to take advantage of that kind of speed. So it won't. It'll load a little bit quicker, but not like a significant amount. It's pay to win as fuck, so that's how you play the game anyway, so you think it's fine. I'd have to do a plan on that. I'd have to do a proper, like, calculation on it. I do think it's doable in a 9-hour stream. Or maybe, what would you say, 10 million in 10 hours? I mean, that's only $1 million an hour. That's pretty straightforward. So I think even I think that may be a bit too lenient. I think, honestly, I think 10 million in 6 to 8 hours, I think, is a fair... Yeah, because 10 million in 10 hours is only $1 million an hour, which is not a high amount of money when you think about it. In an hour's worth of play. Oh yeah, the PC version definitely runs better with SSDs by a long way, yes. 10 in 5 would be insane. Yeah, I think 5 would be too difficult personally. You just don't have enough time for the businesses to build up. That's the problem. That's the problem. That the nightclub needs 12 hours to get somewhere good. So 6 hours would only get it about halfway where you'd want it. The PS4 version running on the PS5 does run better, yes. It's still slower than the PC version when it loads up, but it's a lot quicker than the running on the PS4, yeah. You think I'd do it in a 6.5 to 7 hours? Probably. That would seem reasonable, wouldn't it? Yeah, it's an interesting thought experiment when you think about it. Like, I think it's doable, but it's gonna be a real tough one. A streamer you watch still has a PS4 and doesn't have any console past their era. I mean, it makes sense, you know. PS4s are still decent. I mean, if you nothing wrong with still playing PS4s in this day and age. I know a lot of people go one gen behind to get like more to get more value for their money, which makes sense. All right, let me do a Cayo Perico then, because I need to if I'm going to do this challenge sometime in the next like couple of weeks, months, whatever, I'm going to need experience. I'm going to need some mad experience for it. So if he plays more stuff, it's usually on PS4 or PC. Fair enough. But yeah, no, I'd have to do the calculations on that, but I think it would be doable. 6 to 8 hours, 100%. It would just be an absolute. I already know what the worst part would be. It's the selling part. It's gonna be that draining selling at the end where you're selling all your businesses, especially MC, especially if you're doing it solo. Oh god, I mean you can do any MC business solo now because you don't get. I don't think you get post-op anymore. But oh no, it's gonna do this bullshit, isn't it? It's gonna do this bollocks where it's gonna freeze me. Yeah, I don't trust you. I don't trust you. I know what you're gonna do. You're gonna fuck with me if I land on you, so don't. I'm not gonna land on you. Stop moving. Stop bobbing and weaving, please. I know what you're. I like how it's like pushing me up and down from being near it. That's funny. Oh, he platinumed RDR2 recently, did he? Very cool. It's a hard game to platinum. I'm gonna leave that because I know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna land on that and I'm gonna get stuck in that, and then I'll have to leave the game and rejoin because it won't let me out. It won't let me out of that. I'm gonna parachute onto it. That's the safest way. That's the safest way. If it's still doing that BS. Oh, I think it's stopped now. I think it's calmed down. Oh no, it's still doing it. It's still doing that BS. Look at it. It's still doing that BS. He did a 24-hour stream to get the platinum, did he? What was the last things he had to do? Was it gambling? No, the PS4 version has its own, only has one set of trophy lists. So, like, only has a PS4 trophy list. If they re-release it on PS5, there'll probably be a separate trophy list for it, yeah. But at the moment, it only has the PS4 trophy list. Oh my god, look at this shit. I knew it. I knew it'd do it. I knew it'd do it. Rockstar, how is this still a bug after how many years since you put this in? Oh yeah, kiss it, kiss it. Every time it comes up, I'm kissing it. The worst thing about this is I can't even get out of this now because I can't blow myself up because there's no I can't get my weapons out because I'm just stuck in this mid animation. The reason they've not done Red Dead Redemption 2, I imagine, is because at the moment they're fine with it. At the moment, it runs fine on the Xbox Series X, especially. It runs full 4K and 30 FPS. So I think that they probably don't care that much. I mean, I imagine there is a Red Dead Redemption 2 PS5 version in development at the moment, but it's just not important. It's just not like high up on their priority list. The 360 version is backwards compatible, yeah. That the Xbox, you could always play it, but the reason they did Red Dead Redemption 1 was because it was then available on Switch and PlayStation 5. So. Might be too mad, but maybe viewers could use Gads to spin a wheel, and on the wheel you have the modifiers like can't sell business for 15 minutes. You could do something like that. That would have to be like a second one, because I can't imagine I'd want to do that on the first one, but that could be like a second one if I did it again to make it like, to change it up a bit. That would be an interesting idea, actually, yeah. Yeah, GTA 4 is also being developed, or was being developed, and then they stopped, but they might come back to it. How it feels when you're fully awake but blissfully in bed. Wait for it. I can get in now. Watch this, watch this, watch this. Ah! Can't stop me. You can't stop me. Oh no. Oh no, I'm stuck in the animation. Oh no, I'm still stuck. Alright, back out we go then. Yeah, Rebecca, you should, oh my god. Rebecca, you should, you should write them down or put them in, like, the, admin's chat or something on Discord so that I can remember them. Because it is a good idea, some of those. I do miss doing the spin the wheel stuff. I do miss doing spin the wheel, yeah. I could always add it so that people can, yeah, spend gas on it to, like, change things up, yeah. Is RDR1 on the PS5 any better visually? The PS5 specific version it does look better. Yes, they've enhanced some of the foliage and stuff like that, and because the PS4 version you could already play at 60 FPS on the PS5 anyway, but the PS5 specific version does have some slight enhanced visuals. Nothing crazy though. They've updated the in-game menu as well from 720p to 4K, which was one of the big issues with the old PS4 version, was that the in-game map and everything was all 720p, which was a bit shit when you considered that it was, you know, a 4K game. But they went back and upped it all. So it looks really good now. The PC version is like the PS5 version, I think, from what I've seen. It has all the enhancements that the PS5 version has. I'm pretty sure the PC version has the same map as the PS5 version, but I'm not 100% sure. I've not played the PC version, so I can't like confirm it or not. It's kind of funny though that now Red Dead Redemption 1 is one of the Rockstar's easiest games to play now. It used to be one of the hardest Rockstar games to play because you needed to have either a 360 or a PS3 or an Xbox One or Series X or Series S in backwards compatibility mode. And that was basically the only ways to play it other than if you emulated it. And now it's available on the Switch 2, the PS4, the PS5, all the Xbox, you know, the PS3's version's still out there, of course, the 360 version's still out there. There's the Xbox One and Xbox Series X versions. There's the PC version. It's one of Rockstar's, like, easiest games to play now. And if you told me that 10 years ago, I'd have laughed. I'd have been like, ha ha ha, ha sure. But now, oof, it's everywhere. From one of the rarest Rockstar games to one of the easiest ones to play. Isn't that some shit? So I'm really glad that Rockstar put the time in to do that. They didn't have to. They could have just left it, but they actually, you know, they did it, and it's great for that. So now I'm just hoping they do GTA 4, because GTA 4 is now that game. If you have a PlayStation, there's no way to play GTA 4. If you have a Switch, there's no way to play GTA 4. You have to have a PS3, or you have to have a 360, or, you know, some sort of Xbox. or you need to have a PC, and they all run like shit. So, you know what, Rockstar? Get GTA 4 out so that everyone can play GTA 4, please and thank you. Rockstar should do another table tennis game. I actually would be fine with that. I actually think that... I hope they eventually re-release that game on other platforms. I think Rockstar's really missing out on that, you know? There's loads of... They've got loads of awesome games they need to re-release. Like, look at the Liberty City stories and Vice City stories. Look at Chinatown Wars. Why are none of these games available on the modern platforms? You know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't they? Why have they not ever tried to re-release those properly? Pisses me off. You wonder if they'll do another Manhunt? Honestly, I don't know how the Manhunt with today's graphics would be diabolical. I don't know if Rockstar would want to play that. They don't need any more scrutiny. Vice City stories because of Phil Collins. Well, the thing is, they can just remove that mission if they want to. They could just remove the mission, or they could just change the music, or just have no music and just have, like, you know, generic music. Like, they don't need to keep the music in there. And if they don't want to have, if they can't have Phil in there, let's say if Phil Collins was like, no, I don't want to be in GTA anymore, they could just replace him with a generic character. They could just make up a character for the universe and just have that. They don't need to have Phil in there. So I don't know. I honestly, it probably is some of the licensing for that, because there are some really good music. There's some really great music in that game, and one of the worst things for GTA is licensing. The only issue with GTA is that it's built itself up as being this great open world experience, but one of the best things about GTA was the music, whereas a lot of other games just had generic music or music made specifically for the game, maybe a couple of licensed songs. Rockstar just filled the games with licensed material, which at the time was a great idea because, you know, it wasn't that expensive, I imagine, back then. I imagine with video games were still, you know, it's probably not like really seen as a really, you know, like obviously, like, yeah, companies wouldn't charge an insane amount for them at that point because they figured, well, okay, it's just a little bit of extra money. I mean, it's not gonna change anything. I mean, games weren't really taken seriously as entertainment until quite recently when you think about it. I mean, think about how many boomers still have this mentality of, oh, well, I watch you know, like, oh, playing games is for children. Even people like our age, well, my age. There's so many people my age who say, oh, video games are for children. Video games are for children. When are you going to grow up and stop playing video games? I'm like, so what do you do? Oh, I watch TV. Like, well, you can't talk shit then. There's like nothing wrong with watching TV, but you can't talk shit about video games if you consume entertainment as well. You know, if you consume electronic media in any form, you can't talk shit about any of the other kinds. Like, what's wrong? You know, like, you know what I mean? Like, it just seems stupid that people do that stuff. So I don't know. It's just. Yeah, video games, yeah, they I would imagine the licenses were quite cheap in the day, and so they filled them up with amazing songs, and then obviously when it came to renew them, when they realized, oh shit, we need to renew these one day, especially when digital became a thing, like, because before that you just made a certain amount of games and that was it. You would print a certain amount of copies and that would be it. You wouldn't think about it again. It's only really been in the recent era that we've really started thinking about remasters and remakes and stuff like that, and re-releases. So if you go back to, say, 2001 and 2 and even 4 with Rockstar, they probably didn't think to themselves, oh shit, we might have to pay a fortune one day to re-license this Michael Jackson song. So, understandable really, but nowadays I imagine when they make GTA, they really think about this stuff. And they probably get really fair licenses where they can... you know, long-term licenses, or even perpetual licenses. You unironically know people who just say shit like, you're broke and you watch movies when you could be working. Yeah, but I don't know why people say stuff like that. Like, You know, yeah, you could just be working 24/7, but then you're not going to enjoy life. So what's the point of that? Like, the whole point of life is to live, you know? Your dad's a boomer TV watcher and wants to say you stare at a screen playing games too much, but then he's watching Fox News 24/7. The amount of boomers that will watch Fox News and other things like that, literally, yeah, they'll watch it 24/7, and they'll never think, you know what? Maybe I'm the one that's addicted to stuff like that.
Just because you are disguised as smuggler does not give you free access. As soon as you leave airstrip, be careful. If guards see you in the wrong place and get a proper look at you, they will not give you chance to explain yourself.
They clock into TV shows like Jobs. No, it's so true. It is so true. It's because, I think it's because TV has become so normalized, and especially when they were growing up and when they were getting older, like, TV's so normalized as that's what you do in the evenings. Or, like, you know, I suppose when they retire as well, it becomes like daytime thing as well. It's so normalized. It's just like breathing. Like, one of my grandparents needs to have a TV on non-stop. Goes into a room, has a TV on. Eats breakfast, TV on. Wakes up, TV on. Eats breakfast, TV on. Oh shit. You know, literally any sort of activity, TV's on. You try talking to them, TV on. They're not fully paying attention because they're too busy thinking about the damn content on the TV. Oh, fuck off.
You aren't allowed here.
Midair. I got done over midair. Fuck you, bro. Fuck you and your really, really fucking shit mustache. I don't want to hear shit from you. If you don't have a mustache like my character, I don't want to see shit from you.
You are not celebrity this time. You are smuggler. Smuggler is disposable if caught in wrong place too many times.
There's boomers that play video games. Oh yeah, I mean, there's definitely. I mean, there's always going to be outliers. There's always going to be people that that will be outliers to the norm. When I say boomers, I don't mean all boomers. I just mean the general, you know, the general population of boomers. Yeah, there are boomers out there that do enjoy video games, and I'm glad that they do. But the majority of that generation is just so close-minded when it comes to anything that isn't just what they have. The thing is, video games are actually one of the best forms of electronic media you can consume because it actually requires thought, and you're oh my god, you're developing skills. Like, you're developing hand-eye coordination. Like, watch a boomer that's never played a video game. Give them a controller and watch them play a video game. They have no hand-eye coordination. They have no ability to control analog sticks. They've got no ability, you know, mouse, keyboard. No, they've got no hope. They're barely able to do anything without looking at what they're doing. They have to stare at it. You give a child a controller, within about an hour they're cooking. You give a fucking boomer a controller, it takes them a whole fucking day. Timing's all off now because I took so long. Imagine watching a Firefly show and some shit and comparing your niece wanting to play Minecraft. Yeah, and it's even worse with things like Minecraft, because Minecraft is one of the best things you can play because of the fact that it actually requires... Like, it's great for children because it's like Lego. It requires thinking. It requires, you know, it promotes creativity. It requires thinking, especially if you use redstone. Lots and lots of potential there for logic building. You know, if you get into mods, it requires the person to learn how to use, you know, file structure and stuff like that to actually figure out how to do that. Logic again. You know, just general IT skills. There's a lot of aspect to it that are fantastic.
Will be the same
Whereas,
Check high, check low.
yeah, watching a TV show requires very little in the way of thinking. Like, again, nothing wrong with that, of course, because, you know, I don't care if people want to watch shows or movies or anything like that. It's cool, but just don't be shitting on other people, you know, for playing games. It's the same when listening to music as well. I couldn't give a shit. Like, I don't particularly care for listening to music, but again, if you want to listen to music, cool, just... People need to not shit on other forms. The only thing I will shit on is modern day brain rot, but that's just because I think it damages people's brains.
Okay, I have access. The app is on your phone. Let us take a look.
I'll never accept modern day brain rot, but that's about it.
Have a look in the basement. No need to change the winning formula, yes?
Ah, gold. Lovely. Not that it really matters. Oh my god, gold? Wow, this would have been good for a two-player. Cash. No one gives a shit about cash.
Always welcome. I will mark location.
I usually don't bother looking, because I usually don't do two-player, but I mean, it's always interesting. Gold again? Damn, there's a lot of gold in here. Jeez.
Okay, position logged.
Nah, gold again? Oh, crazy, man.
Adding to planning screen.
It's a shame that this game doesn't, you know, this mission specifically doesn't have any sort of worth when it comes to cooperative gameplay, because you get less anyway. Oh, painting. Oh, that gives me a choice, because I can get painting. I don't. If there's no coke or anything on the beach, I can. Well, in the dock, I can just get that. I can just get the painting and go. Get some cash or whatever. Oh, ruby. Oh, pink diamond. Sorry, not ruby. What am I on about?
A diamond the size of your fist.
Pink diamond's pretty good, isn't it? If I remember correctly, pink diamond's pretty solid. I need to like actually relearn all the values and stuff, because I genuinely don't remember anymore.
Case will be a challenge. Use the wrong tool and you destroy what is inside. I will do
All right,
some
I'm pretty happy with that. That's a pretty solid haul right there. Pink diamond and a painting. I know paintings aren't the absolute best, but it depends how much coke there is. If there's enough coke on the beach, or on the dock, I'll take the coke. But if there's not enough coke on the dock, I'll take the painting, and then whatever's left, I'll take in coke. It just gives me more flexibility if there's only cash, or if I need to go to, because I don't want to go all the way to the airport. I hate going airport. Absolutely hate going airport, but if we have to go airport, we have to go airport. I don't think we need to go airport. Yeah, we don't need to go. Wait. That's a third, right? Coke's... Wait, is Coke a third? No, Coke's half, isn't it? There's Coke there.
easy to steal, easy to sell. Marked on the planning screen now.
Alright, let's have a look here. If there's Coke on this one, I'll get Coke, because it's easy. I just don't like going to fucking airport. It's such a pain going airport because of the fact that you can end up getting detected really easily. Oh, perfect timing for there to be a painting, because look, there's only cash. There's only one Coke. So this, I would have had to go airport. I would have had to go airport either on top of or instead of going here. But because I've got a painting, I can just take the Coke and go. Oh, that's fantastic. Take the painting, go for Coke, leave. Beautiful. What a great setup. Happy days, ladies and gents, happy days. Knowing my luck, if I did this $10 million challenge, I'm gonna get fucked on the loot, by the way. I already know. what I'll do is I wouldn't do Cayo Perico for like a month beforehand, because then that way it gives me a better odds of getting something good. If you do Cayo Perico all the time, you get shitter stuff on average. You know, in general, you get shitter stuff. So if I just don't do Cayo Perico for like a month, I might get lucky and get diamond. But knowing me, I'll probably get fucking tequila. I'd get tequila, and I would get, No, I already know. I'd get tequila. I'd 100% get tequila, and I'd get, like, nothing in any of the... I'd have to go... I'd have, like, no loot. There'll be no loot anywhere. It'll just glitch out, won't give me any loot. No, my luck. Okay. Oh, 3 crates in the warehouse there. That's lovely. I love it when they give you good crates. Oh my days, it's so good. I love when you get 3 in a go. 2 or 3. It just makes it so worthwhile. 2, there you go. 2 crates in the Bulgeko warehouse. That's pretty good. Making money. I beg they put the warehouses on double soon, because if they put it on next week, oh my days. I've got so many warehouses to sell. They're all getting up there. They're all getting ready to be sold. I think they're maybe 20 to 30 crates away. So if they put double money on next week for warehouses, oh, that should be a wrap. That'd be $4.5 million per sale. Fuck. Yeah, that'd be nuts. I'd like 20 mil for doing all of them. All right. We'll start this off with the We'll start us off with the weapons. So I usually, was it Conspirator I use? No, I use yeah, I use Conspirator now, don't I? I used to use Crackshot, but now I use Conspirator. Merryweather HQ, lovely. I always love that people skip or try to like leave the game to avoid doing Merryweather, and I'm just like, bro, look, the time it takes to reload the game, especially in a public session, you could have already been halfway through. Especially on the PS4 version of the game, you could be halfway through the Merryweather mission. So, not worth. You don't miss doing all this. Yeah, I mean, I certainly don't miss it either, but I do technically need to do it. I do technically need to do it. Here you go. Yep, I need to steal 50 million from Cayo Perico. So technically, I need to do this anyway for my career mode. So that's how I'm trying to justify it in my head, is that it's practice for that challenge, but also I need to do it anyway for the 50 mil. So I'm at 20 mil, so I've got to do 30 more mil. Oh my god. I should get about 1.5 from this, right? I should get about 1.5 from this, so that's not too shabby. I wish El Rubio would sell and try to come after us. I would love to fight El Rubio's goons. I think it's gonna be in Grapeseed. Yeah, it's gonna be Grapeseed. Okay, this one does suck. Grapeseed one does suck because it's the furthest one away. If it's one of the oil processing plant or the one that's over on the desert. It's not so bad, but the grapeseed one sucks because it is a long way. It's a slow one. Who would have thought? Oh, someone survived. I don't think they were there before. I think they respawned. There we go. Easy. Easy peasy. Now we wait. Okay, I almost started choking then, somehow. It's like I felt like a cough, and then it for some reason felt like I was going to choke. That's interesting. Love that. RDR2 in Linux is great. Is it? Not really read anything about RDR2 in Linux. The only issue with this mission is you gotta wait now. Yeah, Proton's really good. Pretty much everything on the Steam Deck, anything that's not Linux native on Steam Deck pretty much runs through Proton, and it's very good. Makes the Steam Deck a very, very... it makes it run... It's funny how the Steam Deck actually runs better with Proton than a native... than a proper Windows installation. It just shows how bloated Windows is these days. I didn't mean to have the shotgun out. I pulled the shotgun out instead of the railgun.
Now, the weapons will be inside the Avenger, I think. Let's take a look.
But no, it's it just shows how bloated Windows is. Like, Windows is a shame because Windows used to be a really decent, well, no, to be fair, it's always been a bit, you know. But I always like Windows. It just worked a lot of the time. It just worked, and it ran decently, and yeah, it's just gone to shit. And Microsoft keeps thinking, let's put more and more AI crap into our operating system. And you know what people say? They don't want it. No one wants it. I don't want it. I don't need AI in my operating system. I want an operating system that just works. I want an operating system that just works. It's low in resource usage. It does what I tell it to do and not trying to tell me what it should... Because I hate that about Windows 11. How it dares to tell me what I'm allowed to do. No. I'm the administrator, bitch. I want to do what I want to do. You're gonna do what I want you to do. You're the operating system. You're the computer. I'm the admin here. But they always do, it always is like, nope, you can't do this, you can't do that. And every single time I've got to overrule it. Or just turn it off, which is what I started doing. I've just started turning off all the random crap. It only really makes sense for the average consumer, because the average consumer doesn't know how to use computers, so yes, okay, fine. But for people that know how to use computers, like, very well, it should not get in your way. A computer should not get in your way. So that's unfortunately where Windows is right now. I would love it if they would release a special version of Windows which just scraps all the extra crap, just scrape it all out, and just give us something more like Windows 7. Just a, you know, a straightforward product. It does what it needs to do. No data collection. No, you know, random security systems in place to try to stop you from doing what, you know, what you need to do. No AI. None of that crap. Just get rid of all. Just a straightforward operating system like Windows 7. That's all we need. And Microsoft could, you know, and I get it, yeah, no, they would probably have to sell it for a lot more money because they wouldn't make any, you know, the money off their data collection. Fine, I'd be happy to pay. If they said, yeah, you got to pay $250 for that. 300, fine, whatever, I'm happy. Whatever. Because that is way better than the crap they have in Windows 11. But knowing Microsoft, they probably will just keep making it worse. It's funny how they went out of their way to, after Windows 8, they were absolutely desperate because Windows 8 was not selling, 8.1 wasn't selling, you know, everyone was still getting Windows 7 PCs, right? Like, people were paying extra to get Windows 7 over Windows 8. So, okay, Microsoft realized, shit, it's not in a good position right now. So what Microsoft did is they came out with 10. And 10, at first, was a really good apology. You know, they really did their best to listen to the consumer base to understand what went wrong with 8. And then, as time went on, 10 just started getting more and more bloated. And then eventually, they're like, yeah, fuck 10. We're going to make a brand new operating system that requires, you know, that requires certain specific hardware. So fuck everyone who doesn't have that hardware, by the way. They can just suck it up. In the middle of a computer pricing crisis, not as much as now, but during COVID, where it wasn't as easy to get a lot of, you know, a lot of computer, you know, like GPUs were basically out of stock. CPUs were not, you know, not as easy to get. Even RAM was a little bit difficult at times. And that was their, you know, that's what they pushed out in the middle of COVID was, oh yeah, we're going to make you buy new hardware if your PC's not like in the last 2 years.
We will need cutting doors to get through these underwater. Many construction sites have them. Should be easy to find. Only one complication.
And then that operating system ends up just being a complete mess. And here, that's how where we are with Windows 11. Like, don't get me wrong, I like certain parts of 11. I like the visuals of Windows 11. I think that they finally got a good look to it because, you know, I get why they didn't want to do Windows Aero anymore. Like, Aero was I love Aero. I think it looks fantastic. I love the glass effect, but I understand it looks aged. So I understand where they're coming from with wanting to modernize it. But I think 11's got like a nice look to it. The only thing I would change with 11 is maybe having a transparency menu, like where I can increase it, because I would like to have a little bit more transparency in it. Not everyone would, but I would love to have a little bit more. But do you think Microsoft is going to give us that? No. Oh, he was on the roof. I was so busy looking at the guy underneath, I wasn't even paying attention to the guy on the roof. Wait, are you topless? Bitch! Are you topless? Bitch, are you topless right now? You are topless. Why are you topless? You're not at the Playboy Mansion. Damn, alright, fair enough. Good thing AF is banned, because he would have an absolute meltdown if he saw that. Can't have naked women in we can't be seeing tits in our video games, unfortunately. That's just not acceptable. He's catching strays when he can't even fight back. I don't think bro probably even knows I've said it, to be fair. If he somehow did, then fair, yeah, that'd be funny. He'd be like, yeah, he can't say anything back, but... I'll never forget it though, because it was the most funniest thing, is just like how he's like... He was having the absolute most outrageous crash out, all because of tits. All because of some tits. Like, I could understand if there was, like, full-on pussy being shown. Like, yeah, okay, I could understand that a little bit. If it was, like, a graphic spreading of that. But, like, it literally is just tits. It's literally just the most, like...
Did you have it yet? Bring it back to me and I will store
pointless thing to worry about. Baby ass slapping away titties and like nudity. Maybe that's what he did. Maybe that's what he's got. He's got like a proper like trauma based on it. Nah, I couldn't imagine. Like, I'm not saying I need to see tits. Like, I'm not saying that I want... I'm like, oh yeah, we absolutely desperately need tits in games. But I'm just saying, like, if they are in the game, I don't care, because it doesn't bother me. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. I'm not saying that every game should have tits. But... Yeah, exactly. Like, that's what I thought happened. I thought he'd, like, seen, like, some sort of sex scene or something. Like, he'd had some, like, fucking violent sex scene in a game. I was like, what game... And then I looked at his, playlist and it said God of War 3 and I was like, ah yeah, he's seen that one little scene with the pixelated tits in the bedroom. That's it. That was literally all you saw, was that it was like maybe 30 seconds or whatever, and that's it. Is all you saw, little pixelated tits in a bedroom or whatever, or the bath or whatever it was. And I'm like, bro, that's all you saw, and you're losing your goddamn mind. Fucking hell, was that a supernova outside? Like, Jesus Christ, the whole... the entranceway to the submarine was blinding. Fucking hell. Oh yeah, I should say, just so everyone's, you know, where... So, I've spoken to Lewis, and I've spoken to Brassy. I've not spoken to Kasiga yet, because he's not been on, but I've spoken to Lewis and Brassy. Both of them are now untimed out now. They've had their timeouts ended a little bit early on Discord. Their Twitch timeouts ended yesterday. And then I spoke to both of them. I spoke to Lewis, and... he was very apologetic about everything. I said to him, it's all good. Like, you know, I understand, like, it wasn't his intention, all that, and so let's move on. So Lewis is now free. And then I spoke to Brassy, and he's also... He said that he agrees to some things I asked him to agree to, and so, yeah, Brassy's also now timeout free, so both of them are now timeout free on both platforms. And then there's only Kasiga now. I just need to see what Kasiga's saying, but he might not even check Discord until after his timeout ends anyway, so But yeah, just in case you see, if anyone sees Brassy or Lewis, or I suppose Kasiga as well, if anyone sees them chatting in Discord, yeah, that's why.
Every few weeks, the current location is documented on the computer system in this warehouse. You must avoid surveillance cameras or destroy them. Screw you! Security power. There will be circuit box not far from here. I told you. Now the security team will be ready for you when you go inside. It will be guarded in there. You avoid the
Yeah, it did go by quick. Yeah, I mean, 14 days went by like that. And they were going to obviously have another 14 days, but I was like, you know what? You know, AF was the predominant factor there. And I was like, you know what? I think that they know. I think they know like where they went wrong. Like Lewis was very apologetic. Like straight away he was apologizing, and he said that he didn't intend for that, and then he you know, so not only did he apologize, he also apologized again, but he also said that yeah, he's gonna stay away from all that kind of stuff, you know, avoid being involved in that again. So I with Lewis, I was like, yeah, you know what, I do forgive Lewis on that. I don't think he meant it in a bad way. He was just doing what we've always done that in the past, where we've all made accounts to mess with each other. Like we've all done that. You know, they've done it with me. I've done it with them. We've all made like, we changed our names and stuff and trolled each other and stuff like that. It's fine. I don't care about that. It was just that obviously AF took it too far. So yeah, Lewis is fine. And then Brassy, I did speak to, and he. You know, the interesting thing about Brassy, I mean, I think I can say this. I don't think it matters, but Brassy actually warned JB about everything. He actually warned JB before the fact. That this is what makes it even worse, is that he actually warned JB about it and told JB that what AF was up to, and JB still fucking fell for it. Like he literally told him 3 days before that you know that it's Lewis and AF and all that, and he said yes I know, or something along those lines. He's like, yeah, you know, he had already figured out. So he had already figured out that fucking that account was them lot, and he still fell for it. Like yeah, that was the thing that really made me laugh about the situation. Was like, well, laugh in a kind of, not like laugh in a humorous way, more laugh in a kind of a, haha, yeah, you know, what the fuck's going on? Like, how the fuck, you know, like, how the fuck did he fall for it? He literally, yeah, he bit the bait that was labeled bait. Like, he literally knew. Fucking love that. So, yeah, so Brassy's also now out. He agreed to some things I asked him to agree to, and so he's also out now. Your 1080p monitor has a 4K option, which is weird to you. That's very cool. Okay, maybe it's running. Maybe it just allows input, 4K input, because some screens will do that where they'll allow higher input, but they'll still display at the lower input. But they'll allow higher input in. But yeah, like really weird that he would fall for such a thing after being warned multiple times. And to be fair to Brassy, he also, and as I'm saying this because I do think it's important to know the context here. Brassy also warned, he also told AF that what he was doing was a bit fucked up because of JB's mental age. So I didn't expect that. So yeah, he did. To be fair, he did give him a warning, and he also told AF, like, you know. It doesn't excuse the fact that he still played it up and he still kind of was like waiting for it like it was a football game, but I think it's important to know the context there, that he did at least try to warn JB, and he did at least try to tell AF maybe you shouldn't be doing that because it's you know, it's fucked up. But yeah, I just want to give the context on that just so that people will understand. I think it's good to know. And it's the same with Lewis. You know, Lewis wasn't intending for it to be the way it was. Basically, I wanted to make it very plainly clear that it was predominantly AF. Like that's the thing. It was predominantly AF. Like them, like Lewis didn't intend for it to go that far. He had stopped interacting with it days before it all went down. It was like 3 days gap between Lewis's last talking to JB and then the situation with AF. And then Brassy, like I said, warned JB 3 days before and also told AF on the day, you know, what that you're basically, you're basically to allow, to leave it because, JB's mental age is lower than so, obviously that's why he's acting that way, why he thinks that way, which is true. So, yeah, so fair play to them too. And I think Kasiga, from what I've heard from Kasiga, he did interact with AF after the first day as well. He stopped. So basically, to sum it up, like 90% of the situation was AF. Yeah, that's the thing, Kaylin. Yeah, like this is what we discussed in the group when we were discussing like how we should deal with it. And one of the things that came up was that Brassy did warn JB, but he didn't obviously warn us. And if he had warned us, he would have got no punishment. If he had warned us about it, he wouldn't have got a punishment for it. He would have got no time. That's pretty much it. Had he just warned us and told us, yeah, by the way, like AF is like full on trying to get him to admit to noncery type shit, like, yeah, we would have been on that, but he didn't. So that's why he got timed out. But the way I looked at it is that I don't think there's any benefit leaving them in there for 30 days. They know what they did was wrong. They know that, I did say to them how to deal with it in the future. I did say to them in the future, hey, look, if either AF or anyone else ever does that shit, or you find out that one of them's, someone's doing that type of shit, just let one of the mods know, and we will deal with it really quickly. We're gonna deal with that kind of stuff really quickly from now on. Like we're not gonna let people fuck with each other like that. So they all agree, Lewis and Brassy both agreed to that. So yeah, if you see them pop up on Discord, that's why. They're both free now. And like I said, once Kasiga agrees to it, I'll make a post saying as much. Yeah, the situation doesn't feel real, does it? It's so weird that it happened in the first place. And yeah, that's true. At least there won't be any sexual desire lists anymore.
But of course, you ask yourself the same question, yes? And you give the same answer. Money! Perfect. Now give me a moment. Aha, there you are. I will send you new location now.
Actually, I just got a response from Kasiga and he said, nah, I'm cool. So, Kasiga, I guess he doesn't want to agree to what I've asked him to agree to. So, that's fair. He doesn't have to. If he wants to, if he doesn't want to, that's cool. He'll just have to serve out the rest of his time out, and that'll be that. Yeah, super sampling, yeah. It just means that you have a higher resolution, and then it basically just outputs out of the... it looks better, actually, because it means you're getting a higher resolution image, which naturally, obviously, has a lot less jaggies, and then you're down... It's basically being scaled down to your machine, or to your output. So it looks good. It looks better than just running at a native resolution. One sec, let me just respond back to Kasiga and let him know. Oh. The 4060 doesn't handle 4K well. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, like, 4060 is definitely not... I wouldn't say it's a 4K card. It's definitely a capable 1080p card, and it also would run 1440p quite nicely. But yeah, 4K, definitely you would want a higher VRAM card, I would say. You'd want at least a 70 series. Or what, the TI version of the 4060? Honestly, I wouldn't bother with a TI version of a 4060. Like, if you're gonna, or like any sort of 60 card, like, if you can afford a TI version of a card, you should just go and get yourself a 70 series, in my opinion. Like, the 70 Ti, sure, like, the 70 Ti to an 80 is quite a big jump in terms of price, but I don't know, I think a 60 Ti, you'd be better off just saving up like another $100 and get yourself a 70 series. But yeah, when you start getting to like the 80 series, yeah, that's where the price is bigger. The jump between the 70 Ti and the 80 is obviously a much bigger jump, so yeah. Second. Alright, next, Roche Vehicles, Kasatka? What you found is the FSR is better than DLSS in some games. Really? You found that the FSR is better than DLSS? That's very weird, because usually people say DLSS is better. I mean, there might be some games where maybe the developers didn't do a good job with the DLSS implementation, but they did a better job with FSR. Maybe like an AMD partner game. So I wanted to take the submarine. I completely forget when I do this one that I take the submarine there because it saves me time. So it is, where is it? It's up at the top, very top. There we go. But yeah, no, DLSS is a pretty good technology. I mean, I'm fine with FSR. I've never had an issue with FSR, even though it obviously is blurrier by, you know, well, the old FSR anyway. FSR 4 is very good. But I just hate that we're in this situation where every game needs to be upscaled now. Especially because the hardware is just so shit. A lot of the hardware that they're releasing now is so shit that, you know, and especially now with the way that the world is going to be going with the RAM crisis. I mean, to be fair though, like the problem is a lot of things like FSR and DLSS, they all require lots of VRAM, right, to be good. But the problem is, of course, is if VRAM is restricted and we have to go back to 8GB cards, then we're going to be in a situation where upscaling isn't going to function properly anyway. So, oh well. Yes, RDR2 does use FSR2. I would love a Rockstar to update it with FSR4. That's the issue with a lot of these old games, is that unless the developers go back and update the variants, the upscaling never gets better. Like, I know that Nvidia's doing a good job of making it so that DLSS does work with older variants of DLSS without having to update them in the game, but still. Alright, let's do it. Yeah, Nvidia, Rockstar updated the game with one of the more recent versions of the DLSS, but yeah, they didn't bother going back and updating FSR. Which is a shame, but there you go. I imagine next gen we might see a lot more FSR being utilized though, because the next gen consoles, the Xbox and the PlayStation, obviously will both use AMD, and now that AMD has, you know, actual AI upscaling, I imagine that we'll see that being implemented on pretty much every game in the next gen, which means that, you know, it should, in theory, mean that we'll be seeing a lot of games on PC also having that built in. So that's good. I mean, at least that's an improvement. And we've already seen that with the PlayStation 5 Pro. There's that runs a form of FSR that Sony made, and I believe they're going to be updating the they're updating it on the PS5 version, or the PS5 Pro, to have FSR 4 level AI upscaling now, so that's very cool. The FPS is dipping on RDR2, you don't know why. Has that happened before, Kalen, or is it like new? Oh, it's oh yeah, because you're running on Linux, aren't you? Of course you are. Completely forgot.
Well, there you are. You popped onto my sonar as soon as you took the scanner. Now, time to leave.
Nice.
Get the deflector back to our sub.
You turn down the settings and it's fine. Ah, that's good then. Alright, that's it. Heist time. Oh. DLSS is blurry. Really? DLSS is blurry for you? You sure you're using the, are you sure it's set up correctly? Because DLSS should not be too blurry. I mean, then again, I don't know what it would look like on Linux, but it shouldn't be blurry anyway. So Kasak drainage tunnel. Cool. Oh yeah, performance is going to be a lower quality because performance is a lower resolution. It's a lower input resolution, so it's going to look worse. Still though, ultra performance shouldn't look that great at all. No, normal performance should look alright, and obviously balance should look very good.
I have your position. I will also access compound CCTV once you are inside. You know what I like
I don't need to do this, but I'm going to make my mini map smaller.
even if it involves underwater drainage pipe, just up ahead.
Alright.
See you in maintenance room.
Nice. Do you want DLSS sharpen higher or lower? I'm not 100% sure. Like usually when I very rarely use upscaling because I just use 1440p on my 1440p screen. It looks fine. So I very rarely use upscaling, but when I've used it in the past, I've just used the defaults, whatever the company, whatever the game thinks, and whatever, you know, Nvidia or in my case AMD thinks is acceptable. I don't play around with it too much. But I very rarely use upscaling in the games I play.
Well, judging from the lack of terrified screams, I will assume you made it through the uncharted tunnel and into the den of strung-out militiamen. Good. Things are going according to plan, huh? Now, let's see what he has for us in the vault this time.
Acaba de irse. Hace nada estaba preguntando por usted.
Be careful in this area. Mr. Rubio's personal bodyguards, they know their soldiers, and they will know you are not one of them, no matter what.
Oh, they'll know, huh? Good. Alright, painting, where are you? There you are. So we'll grab the paint first. Very thankful that they have a painting here.
Good choice. Good thinking. Always check the safe.
Alright, bit of hacking.
Okay, the fingerprint scanner. Time to break out the tool we borrowed from the head of cybersecurity. Remember, it picks up fragments.
Pavel, I think he just enjoys the sound of his voice, doesn't he?
To match the target print.
I can understand that. Some would say I do too. Although I'd say I love the sound of my voice when it's in my head, not so much when I hear it on a recording. Oh boy. One, two, three, four, five. There you go.
You can also find the key.
He's lonely. He lives on a submarine, like, you know, to be fair. He lives on a submarine that we go to maybe once in a blue moon, so... He's lonely. Leave him alone. Actually, no, why am I even trying to defend him? I hate Pavel. Fuck Pavel. Why am I even trying to defend this twat? No, you know what? I take it back. Fuck Pavel. Guy needs to shut up.
Now for the delicate part. The glass case, bulletproof, shatterproof. You will need the plasma cutter, and you will need to be very careful.
I almost forgot for a second that I hate him.
The fine art of the plasma cutter, a submarine mechanic's best friend. You must treat her gently, or she will...
Can't believe I almost gave, you know, let him off with that.
The only diamond bigger is the one on my ex-wife's finger.
DLSS quality looks better. DLSS quality would be... I believe DLSS quality is like 75% of the output resolution.
For another way out of there.
So you're inputting 75% of what the output would be. So yeah, it would look really good, yeah.
A new shift of guards just logged in. Careful out there.
Wait, are you using DLSS with 1080p?
Just because
DLSS and FSR primarily are meant for 1080p, you know, getting 1080p up to 4K. It's gonna look, you know, the lower the input, so 720p input is really, really low, so it's not gonna look great even at the output. That's like DLSS and FSR aren't really meant for like low resolutions. They're meant for getting, you know, maybe a 1080p or 1440p up to 4K.
well done.
That's probably why it doesn't look very good.
Is done. The only thing left to do is escape. Carry on like this, and they will never know you were there. I have to move this up, and I'm sending you the new coordinate now.
As FBF is ultra, it's not worth it though. The trade-off you'll get in the fact that you're using an upscaled image is not worth going to ultra. Ultra is very rarely ever worth it for video games. You'd be better off just running very high or even high in some areas, and then having native 1080p than you would be going from, you know, like upscaling from 720 to 1080.
Camel's hump, I think.
It'll look bad on Windows though. I'd still argue it look bad. I mean, DLSS 720p to 1080 is never gonna look like fantastic. But maybe you know, Linux just does it worse. I don't know, but I would argue it's never gonna look great. Upscaling is not meant to be for that. I would honestly trade a few the ultra settings for very high, and then just run it native 1080p. It would look. I think it would just look a lot better that way.
By the sounds of it, Mr. Rubio...
Especially because when you upscale, there is overhead still. Like, yeah, it may not be as much as native, but you're still gonna have overhead. So I don't think it's worth the overhead for 720p to 1080. I don't really think it's worth it for that. All right, we're doing all right here. So we're gonna get what, like 1.6 from this? It's not too bad. See, if I was doing the 10 mil challenge, this is what I would want. This is the kind of thing I would want. If I got, oh shit, it doesn't. Oh yeah. Oh no, this is wait. Oh yeah, I used wait. Oh my god, I put cash instead of coke in.
Yes.
I was so distracted. I put cash instead of Coke. Well, I just lost about 50 grand right there. I was so distracted then. I completely forgot I was loading up with cash. Oh well. At the end of the day, it's like 50 grand, whatever. Stupid mistake to make, but oh well. I'm not gonna reset over that. I'm not gonna go back and reset for like 50 grand's worth of money. It's just not gonna happen. But yeah, I was gonna say that that this is the kind of ideal setup for if I was doing the 10 mil challenge, because if I got the full amount there, I'd have been on what, like 1.75 plus the elite challenge. I'd be at what 1.8 or something at the end. That would be really helpful, because that's pretty much like what, 18% of the way to 10 mil in one heist. Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, I think there is a small payment when you first set it up, what, 100 grand or whatever. But yeah, that's still pretty good. Like, you know, 1.8 would be an insane amount of money. Oh look, it's the Loch Ness Monster. Oh, you went down, you little bastard. But yeah, it's a very it's a very minor amount of money, so it's whatever. Why is NVIDIA low reflex? I'm pretty sure it's something to do with when you use frame generation, because frame generation can introduce latency. So you use something like that, NVIDIA low reflex, or you'd use AMD's, whatever AMD's one is called, to offset some of that. Okay, so I lost a little bit on that. That's fine though. I still got 1.55. So had I not messed up the take, I probably would have got about 1.6. So yeah, 1.6 for that'd be 16% of the total 10 mil. That in one go. So that would have been lovely. That would have made it so much easier to get there. Knowing me though, when I do it, it'll probably be the fucking 10, the 1 million, sorry. The 10%. There's no frame gen in RDR2 though, so why is it there? It probably also works in general. It doesn't necessarily need frame gen. That's what I'm just assuming, Kayla. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm just assuming it's there for that. I don't really know my NVIDIA stuff as much as AMD stuff, because I don't have an NVIDIA card. So I wouldn't have used it myself, but that's what I'm assuming it's there for. Not too shabby. Alright. Which one of these have I not done yet? For the career? I've not done the brute force. Okay, well I've got to do that one anyway, so let's do it. Man, I should have done the 10 mil challenge today. Fuck's sake. I could have done that today. I could have done it. Oh man, I'd be cooking right now. 1.5? Nah. Plus this. Yeah, if you have AA, what you probably want to do is you want to do if you can use DLSS for AA, then you'll be way better off than using any of the other ones. I'm not sure if it supports NVIDIA's DLSS AA, but I think if it does, then you should use it. It's the best one by far. You've been hearing that the new Wonder Man show is the best Marvel's been in years. Has it come out? Or is it coming out? No, I mean NVIDIA's version. NVIDIA has their own version, DLSS AA, which is better than temporal AA. Temporal, see, if you use temporal AA, the problem with that is that it can add a bit of a blur to it. it can add it can add a bit of a blurriness to it, which is not very nice. Whereas if you, and it also affects performance a lot more. Whereas if you use DLSS AA, it's way better. Same with FSR, FSR's version of AA as well. Way better. Yeah, it is a form of temporal AA, but it's done using the AI cores on the graphics card. It's better than the default TAA that you can get in games. It dropped on the 27th, all of it. Really? I didn't even know. That's how little I give a shit about it. I thought it was gonna be a movie, and then when I found out it wasn't a movie, I couldn't give a shit anymore. I'm so done with random TV shows that I don't want to spend all that time watching. I'm actually glad that they've cut a lot of the TV stuff. Like, I'm glad that we're only going to be getting things like Daredevil from now on. None of this fucking random shit that gets split up into 6 episodes, which could have been done in an hour and a half, 2-hour film. Shot dead by bank security. Damn, bank security is cooking. 60-minute timeout. Cooldown on that. Who did that? Who set that 60 minutes? Should be a 0-minute cooldown. Stealth? Not on my watch. It's doing shit easy on the boys. Oh, really? Oh, Invincible, man. That does sound pretty cool. I probably will get around to watching it. The issue is I don't have Disney Plus anymore. I cancelled that shit last year when all that Greenland stuff was... I already cancelled it before. No, I know. When did I cancel it again? Was it September? Or... No, it was before. Well, I guess Greenland was already happening, but... I cancelled it because I don't want to give as much money to the Americans anymore, so that yeah. All connects up, doesn't it? I don't want to give it ever since Trump and all that lot on these big businesses. I don't want to give them any money, so... Well, as little money as I can, so I cancelled it and said, fuck that, they're not getting any more money from me. It's not blurry anymore, is it? Okay, that's good. SMAA 4 times, and TLAA, which was the issue. Yeah, TAA, see, temporal is great, but only when it's done by, as I said, DLSS or FSI. It just doesn't look very good otherwise, so yeah. A lot of games had it as a default for a long time. I'm pretty sure, like, Payday used it as a default for a long time. A lot of Unreal Engine 5 games, and that's why a lot of them end up looking blurry and having... It also really fucks with performance, unless if it's like hardware based. So if it has the option for DLSS AA or FSR AA, then yeah, 100%. Those are the way better than using TAA. The best thing is about getting a higher resolution screen, though, when you get high resolution screens over the time, is you don't need to use as much. You can turn down the AA and just, you know, because obviously the higher the resolution, the less jaggies there'll be in general. So typically, well, the less jaggies you'll see anyway. So typically, I'm glad that we're moving away from the era of using AA, because honestly, it looks terrible in almost every situation. Even like the better versions, they just use up so much resources, so many resources of the machine. I'd just rather have a high resolution at that point, so I'm glad that we're moving away from that now. But until then, yeah, DLSS-AA and FSI-AA is the best to use, if you can, if the game supports it and all that.
Eberhard Munitions, the group Maze Bank was investing in. Could be one to watch.
Mm-hmm, okay. Who is this lady again? Why is she talking to me? Why is she in my building that I paid for? Why is there so many people that live for free in our buildings? Like, have you... Like, that's something that you really got to deep. Is that we have all these buildings that these people, they live in. Free, and they don't pay us, and we have to pay for the upkeep. But why do they not pay us to live there? Like, why are we paying $1,000 in rent or more? Why are we paying so much money in rent when they're living there and using our utilities? They're using our electricity, our water, our gas. Why are they using all that shit? And then we're the ones paying for the bill. Like, shouldn't they be paying for it? Like, they're probably ordering fucking Deliveroo and Uber and all that to the place, and we're paying for that too? Why? Oh well. Whatever. I'm getting tired though, I can't lie. So I'll finish this mission off and then that'll be it. A nice little night for grind, actually. I've made a lot of money tonight without even... I mean, yeah, I guess I've been doing a lot of actual active like work here, but... I mean, I've made a fair bit of cash. And I'm getting ever so close now to $1.4 billion. I mean... probably another month and I'll be at 1.4, especially if they do a double money event. If they do a double money event, oh my god, the amount of money, bro. If they do like double money like businesses of any kind that I use, or if they do like a double money like motor wars or triple or Rockstar triple money motor wars, please.
Fucking hell!
Oh, triple money motor wars, please, Rockstar. Please. this? Oh. Nice, got the card. We can go in. I don't see the point of having the card because they could just have made it so that you can just... I guess you can kill him in a corner somewhere and take his card to do it stealth, but... I don't see the point. Alright, which vehicle do I want? Do I want a Jeep? Do I want a Jeep? Do I want a truck? A truck is nice and beefy, but I'm gonna be real, I prefer speed. When you're being shot at, the one thing you want is speed. I'm gonna take the Merryweather Mesa because I think this is probably the best of them all. I mean, the Merryweather Mesa is not very good, but the advantage of the Merryweather Mesa, at least, that it has a lot of suspension.
I've arranged storage for the vehicle. Just get it safely to the drop-off I marked on your GPS.
To the marked location. Where is that? You can tell... Oh, wait. Near the garment factory. I guess that would be useful to know. It said that at the bottom. Rockstar, just saying marked location doesn't help me here. You didn't know you could drive trains in RDR2? Yeah, you can. It's very good if you wanna if you steal a train and you wanna rob it. You can take the train somewhere like in the hills or something to rob it in peace without the the police and that finding you as easy. Why can't we have the Insurgent? I would much rather the Insurgent than this. Bro! Oh my days, man. They could have given me that. They could have let me have the Insurgent, which would be a way better choice of vehicle than this piece of shit, but... Oh well. No. We can't get that. The AI can have it and use it, but we can't.
You dirtbag! He got me! We're receiving cover! I'm gonna shoot you! It's over!
Oh. I'm dead. They're rocking up in Insurgents. Yeah, I think he was gonna say that, yeah. They love talking about shitting, don't they, these dons? Nah, the fact they gave him Insurgents is absolutely diabolical. The Insurgent is such an OP fucking vehicle to use to fight against because of the fact that you have no... the explosives don't do anything to it. I remember back in the day when the game came out and like you could get a Merryweather Mesa, but only if you did like some sort of... You'd have to do like a glitch, I suppose. You'd have to like spawn into a mission and get one to stay out in the mission and then like spawn outside and then you could take it and... Because I remember at first you used to be able to just steal one from... If someone like called Merryweather on you, you could steal it from them. But then they did something where you couldn't do that. So you had to like spawn it in yourself and then you could steal it. Now they just let you buy it on the website. I love how Rockstar's like, yeah, you can just buy everything now. Like almost everything in the game is now purchasable on the website. I think the only thing you can't really buy are the 747, which makes sense. Although I do wish it was available. The really big cargo plane that I wish was available. And then I guess the Skylift helicopter, which I know it doesn't actually work. Like it doesn't function. Because it's a Oh, what's it called? It doesn't have a magnet. Like, the magnet doesn't actually work. It's a scripted thing. So, but they could always just add a magnet to it, or if they didn't want to, what they could always do is just make it so that you can own it and it can't do anything. It's just for visuals. But no, you can't do that. So Rockstar basically screws you if you want to get one. So I think that's like, other than that, most of the I guess a Lost MC van also. But I think that's just a reskin, I suppose, of another vehicle. So. Good turn. Slammed into a wall. I would love to see what this world would look like if it was destructible, because the amount of things you crash into in this game is insane. Like, this whole map would just be completely demolished. Hey, Decrum, how you doing? Yeah, actually, I would love that if they had like a GTA game where you could destroy everything. It would have to be like a spin-off or something, though. There's no way you could have that as a main GTA game. You just the whole map would be completely gone within about 10 minutes. The whole map would be completely flattened. I remember back in the day, there was a game called Mercenaries, and I played Mercenaries 2. And in Mercenaries 2, you could call a nuke in, and you could drop a nuke on like cities, and it was amazing, like watching this nuke come down, and the city would be completely destroyed, and it would stay like that for the rest of the game. Absolutely crazy game, that. Such a good game. Do I remember the game Black? It rings a bell, but I'm not like that familiar with it. Like, it rings a bell, but yeah, I would say I'm familiar with that. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't pay attention to that. Locate the contact inside the music locker. Okay, music locker around the side. Oh, really? The environment was super destructible. See, I've heard things. Like, people were mentioning conversations, like different game names, and I might have heard that in maybe in a conversation about Mercenaries, because you know, the similar kind of idea where, like, you know, you can destroy stuff. I love games that have destructible environments. I really wish that we had got what are they called? Like, I wish Battlefield had done. I wish they'd done more with Frostbite for one. But I also would love to see a game that's made in voxels, like proper city game built in voxels, and it could be all destructed, like destructible. That would be great, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Guy in a hat. Is that me? It's like a guy with very shaved hair, wears a hat, and wears a button-up shirt. Is that me right there? No, you're not him. You look. No, you. Nah, there's no way. Look, bro. You look like you've been on drugs. Oh my god, bro. Yeah, fucking hell. No, you're not him though. You can't be him. You don't look that. No, you don't look good enough to be him. You look. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, you look at your legs as well, bro. They're like, it's almost a bow-legged almost, bro. You must be inbred. You must be my guy. You must have like 10 generations of inbreeding. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, bro. Oh my god. Look, when he closes his eyes, it looks like his eyes are bulging through. Nah, that's crazy, my guy. You need to see a... Bro, you need to see a doctor. Alright, we're not going to talk to him. So we're looking for a guy... We're looking for me, basically. He's not in here, is he? No. He's like... It was weird being in here with no music on. I do not have access to the bar. Look. I'll do what I want, alright? I own a penthouse here. I've paid my dues. Are you him? No, you're not him. Why is everyone in this place wearing hats? I love a good hat, but... Ah, here you go. I found you, I think. Is it you? Are you him? Bro, are you him? No, you're not him. Bro, why there's so many... Why there's so many people with hats? Wait, he was wearing a black hat. Oh, yeah, was wearing a black hat, of course. I was so busy looking at the shirt, I wasn't even thinking about black. I was thinking about, like, grey or whatever. Alright, fine, we found him.
Message saying the key was collected. I might not sound it after training 44 separate facial muscles to never disclose emotion, but I'm happy to hear it.
I don't like Jodie. Jodie, we need to do something about Jodie. We need to deal with her. By deal with her, I think we need to... What I think we should do is we should put Pavel and Jodie and Yusuf Amir's weird cousin and Dax and the Luchadora and all these people. What we should do is we should put them all in the submarine and then we should sink the submarine at the very bottom of the ocean. And then that's it. We'll never have to hear from them again. It'll be a fantastic day. And Madrazo, of course. Madrazo as well. Madrazo should be the first one in the submarine. I think we can all agree that Madrazo needs to be in that submarine. Alright, so I need to do this. So let me just look up what the objectives are. Brute force file objectives. Because I need to do them. I need to do all the bonus ones. And I don't know what the bonus ones are yet. So I don't want to do it until I know the bonus objectives. I gotta reach the base in 5 minutes. I've got to enter Area A undetected, and I need to destroy 5 vehicles of the Scarab. That's all pretty straightforward. Thank God I picked the Mesa, because the Mesa is going to make my day a lot easier. The Mesa, if I had picked the big-ass truck, oh my days, I'd be so slow. Nah, I'm so glad I picked the Mesa. Thank you so much. Logic has helped massively here. So I thought to myself, you know what, it'd be good to have a fast vehicle, wouldn't it?
This is it. Collect the vehicle you stole and proceed to Fort Zancudo.
That seems like the most laziest method to get to the vehicle. I was like, that's like an American method. I read on this thing of it was some American mother having her driveway the driveway redone, and she was talking about how she needed to have access to the driveway. No, to have the snow removed. That was it. And she needed access to the driveway to go and collect her kids from the bus stop when they get off the school bus. I'm like, well, if they take the school bus, why does she need to drive to the bus stop? Like, how far away is this bus stop? Couldn't she have just, I don't know, walk to the bus stop? I was like, damn, the mentality is so different. Because like anything up to an hour, I'll walk it. Anything up to an hour, I'm happy to walk it. 30 minutes, yeah, easy peasy, happy to do that, no questions asked. An hour, happy as well for that. Over an hour, I'm like, okay, I'd rather take a bus or take a train, obviously. But I hear stuff like that, and the way that she said, I'm going to need to drive the car to the bus stop to pick them up. Why not just pick them up from school at that point? If you have to drive to the bus stop, you might as well just drive to school. Crazy, man. Really is a culture clash. Although, don't get me wrong, a lot of British people are lazy as fuck now with cars. And they have no excuse to be, because most British towns and cities are pretty easy to traverse on foot. But there are a lot of British people now who are like, oh, I've got to walk 5 minutes? Nah, I'll take the car. Like, they're literally the nearby shops. If I walk 5 minutes... If I walk 3 minutes, there's a shop. If I walk another 2 minutes, there's another set of shops and takeaway places. And I know people who live on my street who'll be like, nah, I'm going to drive that. I'm like, that's crazy to me. Bus stops are usually a house here in America. Yeah, I don't know what happening with them. Like maybe in that area it's like they have set bus stops. I don't know, but she was maybe she's just driving down the bloody driveway. Like how big is her driveway? I mean, to be fair, maybe she lives in one of those really big like American like properties where the driveways are a good like mile and a half long, for all we know. So maybe she was gonna drive her car a mile down her driveway to pick up her kids from the front of the driveway. No, I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, it was crazy to me that someone would have that fucking a mile-long driveway or like driving to pick up your kids from a bus stop. Crazy to me. There's a bus stop within about 1 minute from where I live. 30 seconds if I run. Why are there a bunch of women just standing? What the hell? Why is there a bunch of women just walking around? Are these like base? Are these like the wives or whatever?
Okay, Fort Z guards are slow. Just stay calm, look confident.
Yeah, let me change my mini-map on this one.
You have everything you need.
All right, follow me.
Once you're through, access the elevator and head straight to the hangar. If you see my old DI, break his fingers.
Jody, there is no time for finger breaking.
It was a joke. Ha ha. See?
Are we sure about this? Because I actually wouldn't mind that. So I need to do this without being detected, apparently. Seems what it says. Says I need to enter Area A undetected, destroy 5 vehicles with the Scarab. So, cool.
The Scarab holding the DEW is down there somewhere. Just stay calm and keep out of sight. We're watching through their surveillance.
And now might be a good time to make sure your armor is buckled up, yes? I do not want to see you obliterated in ultra-high definition.
Okay. So there is a way around if we go down this way. I wonder if they're deaf like they are in Cayo Perico. If they're deaf, it's easy peasy. I'll give Rockstar props. Their masters are reusing the same fucking like content over and over again. Shit. I didn't realize that Dom was gonna turn like that.
You know just what I like.
He didn't see me though. He's. Ooh. That was sketch. I'll take it. I mean, I don't need it. I'm doing this quietly, so. That I'm not gonna lie, I had mad anxiety when that guy turned around and saw me. Oh my god, the shock. I was like, oh fuck. Being that in a video game is nuts. Bro, just the way he turned around and I was like, ah shit. He's gonna see me, but he didn't thankfully because he was dumb as shit. Oh, that's some bullshit.
Whatever it takes to find that Scarab.
That's some bullshit right there. You know what? He didn't appear on the minimap until after I went into the area. He didn't appear on the minimap until after I went in. So, but, oh, that's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. Unless if it's one of those areas where you have to... No, I think that was just... Yeah, he didn't appear on the minimap. Because it was a separate located... Oh, my days. I gotta redo it. Because the problem is it was a separate location, so the enemy didn't spawn in properly until after I went in. And then it spawned him in and showed him. But because it was a separate location... He wasn't on the minimap until after I fucking went through. That is such bullshit, Rockstar. That's such bullshit. Because that's what happens in the diamond heist. You know, when you go between areas, it spawns them back in. It spawns in the
How you feeling? Functional? Good. Get the vehicle you stole and head to Zancudo.
Yeah, you know, that's why they're not on the minimap until after a certain point where they've spawned them back in, because it's loading in a new area. So I need to remember that when I get to that area, I need to be very careful not to get seen. I need to make sure I'm aware before I walk in, because I was just going by the minimap, but the minimap obviously hadn't loaded in the area yet, so obviously it wasn't appearing yet. That's some BS right there, Rockstar. How are you going to make the minimap such an important part of the game and then make it so the minimap doesn't work properly? I probably should have gone for the other vehicle. You know what? The Mace is not that quick. I probably should have gone for the other Jeep, which I think is a little bit quicker.
What was your country's Navy training like?
Training? They put one gunship with drunk man named Andre and say, please, Capitan, do not sink boat. Rescue Norwegian smugglers, be paid in cocaine. Capitan says shoot torpedoes on UFO no one else sees. Discover polar bear in the mess hall. Simpler times.
Things we do for this career mode. I want to go to bed, but I can't. All because this fucking mission. But it's fine. We'll get through it. Be done with it. And then I can go to bed. Well, try to anyway. Try to be in the main word there, because yeah. We'll see. Stayed up way too late the last 2 days, and it's fucked me so bad. My sleep is all out of whack. But it has been great being able to work on those thumbnails after all those years of putting it off.
Thanks.
Yeah, I wonder what these ladies spawn in here. Obviously, it's like a reason, because it only spawns on this mission, so... I don't know if they're trying to make it seem like there's normal people living here and not just military, because, I mean, I swear, like, there are situations like that where, like, spouses can live with their,
Confidence. Most of the guards
with their
at Fort
partner.
Z don't even know why they're there. Show confidence.
Who's in the military, so
they'll
I'm
defer to you.
not 100% sure it works in the US.
right, follow me.
Get through there, access the elevator, and head to the hangar.
This bringing back fond memories, Jody?
I broke a lieutenant's nose in that hallway one time.
What? Me too? Well, different hallway, but I also broke Lieutenant's nose. Wow, we have so much in common.
Pavel, please, no talking. I'm tired, Pavel. I don't want to listen to you anymore. I don't like listening to you anyway, Pavel, but especially when I'm tired.
We're tapped into their surveillance. We have eyes on you, and we're looking for the scarab with the DEW, too. Stay calm. Don't get seen.
You must be quiet, like tiny, heavily...
Oh, there's like another way? It's cool. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Just be aware of that one Don that can change his direction. Could we go that way around? We could go around left-hand way. Left-hand side. It'll be tight, but we could do it.
Wait, what did they say?
Oh, come on. There we go.
That's bullshit. I'm in and out of the shower 5 minutes, tops. What? Dude, I'm a fucking Marine. We don't get down like that.
I'm not gonna lie. When that guy said, dude, we're a fucking Marine, or I'm a fucking Marine, I'm not gonna lie. That scared me, because I thought he'd see me. Because that's the type of shit they say when they see you, is like, I'm a fucking Marine. Like, no one gives a shit that you're a Marine, bro. No one is impressed that you're a Marine, alright? No one. Not one person. Like, cool, bro. You don't need to tell me. I'm a fucking criminal. I'm making more money in 5 minutes than this Don's making his entire life. Like, if we want to do a dick swing contest, I think I've won. Alright, I gotta be careful, because this is where this guy spawns in. It's like down here, isn't it? Yeah, it's like this area here, so... Yeah, it doesn't spawn... Yeah, see, look, it doesn't spawn them in. They're not on the mini-map. Oh, that's so cheeky. Oh, that's so fucking cheeky, man. Huh. There's no way to do it, you just have to kill him.
Damn it. They'll try to lock down now. Hack through any security, shoot through any resistance.
Does it just automatically go off here?
Just focus on finding that scarab.
Is it just a situation where it always goes loud here or something? I think, no, I'm watching someone else do it, and they can... Oh, apparently it always goes off. It always goes off when you enter the area. I think. Yeah, it always goes off. Oh, I could have just done it, bro. I could have just done it. That's so annoying. Yeah, it literally always just goes off, no matter what. Apparently some people say it's just bugged. Ah. Some people say, So some people say that you can just run in. You have to run in. If you shoot the guard on the way in, it alerts them before the objective has been completed. So what some people are saying is that you just have to run past the guard, get into the room, and then that way it counts as activating it after you get to area A. Whereas if you shoot him on the way in, it will... Yeah, some people say it's like really glitchy. Alright, so they're saying basically, yeah, so, okay, let me redo it again, because I just want to be safe with this. I don't want to fuck this up. People are saying, because it's a bit bugged, people are saying that the way to do it is just run through the door, like full sprint through the door, and then that way if you kill him, it counts as after that, because if you shoot him, it activates the alarm, but then because you've not reached the checkpoint yet, it counts as you being found, you being detected before you get to the right area. So what they're saying is, as soon as you do that, you need to just run right in. As soon as you just run in, kill them, because then it doesn't alert anyone. Well, it does alert them, but it doesn't. It counts as after the checkpoint, which is what you want. Unless if Rockstar's fixed it in the last year, loads and loads of people are saying that it's a bit glitchy, and if you do it like that, you can end up with a situation where it doesn't count. And I do not want to do this again. I don't want to do this one again. I don't really care for this one, and I don't want to do it again. Especially because you have to wait a week, I think, to redo this one, because it's a special one, so I don't think you can redo it straight away. I can't remember how often you can redo it, but I don't want to risk it anyway. I just want to get it done. So, yeah, let's not fuck around with this. Let's not fuck around. Let's not... I'd rather play it safe. Because I'm pretty sure this is what happened last time I did this. I remember we got to the end, and we you know, the alarm went off because we killed the guy around the corner, and it didn't count, and we were really shocked it didn't count. So, yeah, I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna do what people recommend. Again, it wouldn't matter so much if I'm just doing it for the 10 mil challenge. It really wouldn't matter, but because I'm trying to do it for the career mode, yeah, I don't want to fuck this up. Yeah. Accurate representation of one to the top when they're two. Those two used to be arguing. No, that's... I love how that dog just had that fucking minigun just trained on me the whole time. That was fucking nuts. But no, I get what you mean though. Like, AF and JB, man, they used to just argue non-stop, and yeah. They wouldn't stop. I'm glad. That's one thing I'm excited about, is that we won't have to put up with that anymore. And if AF starts trying to argue with other people, he's gonna get timed out a lot more. Because obviously Dean and Joe also being mods will be a big hand, and then I think that a big helping hand. And then I've also got to write up oh, this will be fun, write up a quick document that just details like what kind of timeouts to do depending on the situation, because I've never needed to do that before, because you know, it'd usually just be me and Rebecca, or very occasionally Cave timing out someone if they went too fast. So now I need to actually drop like some sort of document of what would be appropriate to time someone out for and how long. That's gonna be fun. Suppose that'd be done sometime.
Thanks.
Oh, the ladies aren't here this time. Maybe they weren't supposed to be here. Maybe it was just glitched. Reminds me a little bit of those old, in the old GTA games where you would have the areas of the map which were obviously just for dumping RAM. Like you would go there and it'd just, whichever area you used to be in,
Just stay
whatever,
calm,
you would always spawn the vehicles and the
They won't
pedestrians of
use
that area in that
plans.
space.
Remember, you have
There'd be like certain roads in Vice City that if you went there, yeah, you would just get all the vehicles and pedestrians that you would encountered recently there. God, those were great times. Those games are great.
All right, follow me.
All right, this is the one. This is the one.
Access the elevator and head straight to the hangar. And if you see my old DI, break his fingers.
Jody, there is no time for finger breaking.
It was a joke. Ha ha. See?
Cool. Oh, let's do it. Come on. My hands, my legs, my feet, everything's aching right now. So let's get this done and I can go actually lay down in bed.
Scarab holding the DEW
Wrong weapon.
is down there somewhere. Just stay calm and keep out of sight. We're watching through their surveillance.
And now might be a good time to make sure your armor is buckled up, yes? I do not want to see you obliterated in ultra-high definition.
Vintage E-Cola ads.
I don't remember you being there.
Buy an old magazine page for $1, wrap it nice and give it to him. See you clean your late grandmother's attic after.
Oh, I think I was in the wrong one. It's this one that I have to go. Yeah, it's this one. Okay, we let him go, and then we're gonna just rush into that door like full speed. We're just gonna send it. We're just gonna rush in, kill everyone. You know, full send it, because that's what people are saying. That's what everyone's saying. The recommendation is just full send it.
Shit, they're locking down.
Oh my!
Have your way through their security.
Ah, I love that. I fucking love that. I love the fucking scumbag minigun. Oh, you literally don't even get a chance to react. You just die. You just die instantly. That is some bullshit, Rockstar. Well, doing it again. Literally ran past them all, dead instantly by the minigun. Fuck, man. That was disgusting. That was actually so disgusting how powerful that Don is.
Day of. How you feeling? Functional?
Jody, if I have to hear you yap one more fucking time, I'm gonna lose my mind.
your country's Navy training like?
Training? They put you on gunship with drunk men named Andre and say, please, Capitan, do not sink boat. Rescue Norwegian smugglers, be paid in cocaine. Capitan says, shoot torpedoes and UFO no one else sees. Discover polar bear in the mess hall. Simpler times.
Oh, well, this game is certainly something. The things you do to get the damn challenge done, because the challenge is glitched, doesn't count if you don't do it correctly. Because I would prefer to do it slowly. I'd rather run in there. I'd rather go and kill the guy and then go in there slowly. But yeah, apparently that causes... I don't know whether they fixed it, but apparently that used to cause issues with the game. And watch them have fixed it. And now the way I'm doing it doesn't work anymore, and it's actually the way that breaks that doesn't do it. I wouldn't be surprised. Wide ass vehicle. Yeah, I should have taken the other Jeep. I should have taken the military Jeep, because I think it's a little bit quicker. Well, at least it might feel that way. And it's a little bit thinner, easier to navigate and get between things like, you know, other vehicles. But oh well. Hey, Drakey, how are you? This is something. I love a good drive, but not down the same road I've been driving down 1,000 times already. It's your birthday today. Oh, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Did you do anything nice for your birthday? Wait, is it... Are you in America? Yeah. Because what is this? Is this like... Yes, because where I am, it's now Monday. So what is it, Sunday birthday? Like you're in America, so it's Sunday birthday? Or is it like... Are you like in the UK or Europe and you're saying like, you know...
Most of the guards at Fort Z
Monday birthday.
they're there. Show confidence and they'll defer to you.
Time zones be weird. It's always the issue with time zones when it comes to birthdays. I'm always like, oh shit, when should I wish happy birthday? Oh, you're in the UK. So yeah, so Monday birthday. So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do for your birthday? You got anything nice planned, or have you already done something for it?
And head to the hangar.
This bringing back fond memories, Jody?
I broke a lieutenant's nose in that hallway one time.
What? Me too? Well, different hallway, but I also broke Lieutenant's nose. Wow, we have so much in common.
If I have to listen to these two yap on again, I'm gonna go nuts. You're gonna go to an all-you-can-eat buffet. Ooh, that's a good way to spend a birthday.
We're tapped into their surveillance.
What kind of food are we talking here? What kind of buffet?
Stay calm. Don't get seen.
You must be quiet, like tiny, heavily armored mousemen.
Okay, Wanda. Sorry, I haven't done anything like this before, you know?
Boom, easy.
No, I'm not from out of town. I'm a soldier, you know?
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't want to wait. Just ran right through it. All the food like new food in. Ooh, that's a pretty good buffet then. You get a whole selection of things. Oh, I hope you enjoy it. Sounds like a really nice way to spend a birthday, to be honest with you. Eating lots of food you enjoy.
Damn it. They'll try to lock down now. Hack through any security, shoot through any resistance.
Okay, we are up shit creek, but we have paddle.
Just focus on finding
Oh, did that actually kill him? No, I was gonna say, imagine that killed him. Yeah, shooting the balls, there we go. Oh yeah, no more Juggernaut. Alright, I think we're... Oh no. The fuck is this again? Bro. So there's a 5-letter word. Bro. I wasn't prepared for this. I wasn't prepared for this, man. Oh, major. I'm not good with these kind of word puzzles. That's Rebecca's domain. Maths and numbers? Yeah. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. I'm the fuck down with that.
There's the scarab. The key will override it and give you full control.
Alright, I need to destroy 5 vehicles with this, apparently. It just says destroy 5 vehicles with the scarab. Doesn't say a time limit either, so...
There is a tunnel out of hangar. Claw your way out like Siberian tiger.
1.
The scarab has an AEW you can use to attack kinetic pulse. It's a good way to make the army keep their distance.
The problem with this thing is it's absolute shit. There's no bullet resistant windows in a vehicle like this. It's crazy. Bro. This thing is terrible. I don't know how many vehicles there are, so I'm playing it safe. I'm gonna try to destroy all the vehicles here because I have no idea. There might only be 5 for all I know. I'm assuming this is doing damage. You're getting back up there. There you are. Wait, I could just get out of this, right? And shoot them. Yeah, why don't I just do that?
I'm gonna kill you! I'm a fucking Marine! Take cover! Cocksucker!
There we go. That'll do it. I know there's still people around, but it's fine. Oh yes, that's 2 vehicles. 2 vehicles down. I really have no idea how many vehicles there are, so... Okay, that's another one. That's 3 vehicles. Just in case. Just in case. Just in case. Might not have a lot of time either when we're in here because we might get absolutely fucked up by enemies, so... Health-wise, so... Like that. Like that. For fuck's sake, man! What a shit fucking vehicle, man. What a shit fucking and it spawns you back here. Oh my god, man. I hate this Scarab so much. It's such a shit vehicle. It's got massive windows. It's not very good control. The gun on it is shit. I don't even know if I can still finish this, but I'm just going to try. I'm just going to try to do it. I don't know if you dying fails the challenge or not, but I'm going to just try. I don't want to restart it again because of this stupid fucking thing. I think if I destroy these 2 vehicles, I can just go, right? Okay, I've done 5 vehicles now. I'm pretty sure I've done 5 vehicles, so I think I can just go. I don't know if it'll work or not, but... God, what a shit vehicle this is. Genuinely trash. Oh, that was literally it. Those are that was it. That was the 5 vehicles, so I think I did do it. Although dying obviously might have fucked it, but I mean, oh well, whatever. I can always redo in the future if Bro, I'm not even gonna risk it because this vehicle is so shit. You just die so easily. I'm not getting killed again. Genuinely one of the worst missions I've ever played. Awful vehicle. Like, you know, the funny thing is about GTA Online, like 90% of the issues with GTA Online could be fixed by them just changing how accurate the enemies are. Like, they made the enemies so accurate when they're in vehicles, whereas in GTA 4, yeah, they could be accurate at times, but you actually at least had a chance to get away. You had a chance, especially when they were, like, driving. They weren't, like, able to hit you from a mile away with a barrage of bullets. Whereas in this game, fuck me, you go anywhere near any enemies and they will just mow you down. Well, at least I know I've done 6 vehicles now. That was a bit risky, I'm not gonna lie. I could have got killed doing that, but... Oh, now there's more. Now there's more. Unlimited spawning enemies with auto-aim that's like ridiculously accurate. Love that. Great gameplay mechanic, Rockstar. Great gameplay mechanic. I do like that bomb thing. It's very good. I'd love that in one of my vehicles. Nice. I bet you won't count because I got killed, but whatever. Fucking awful mission. Probably one of the worst missions I've ever played, but what can you do about that? Just get it done. I just want to be done with it. I'm not gonna lie. I was just like, please, just let it be done. Horrible. Oh, it did count. All right, good. Okay, fine. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Never doing that again. Never ever doing that one again. I just want to say fuck that one in particular. But I did do it. So now the only thing I've got left is I got to do 9 platinum awards for agents and sabotage, and I got to do 25. I got to do like 17 more files. So that's not too bad, I don't think. 17 more. I mean, I won't do that one. I'll do the other ones, which are way easier and more fun. But that'll be a platinum by the time I'm done. I'll probably get that one done at some point. Earn 5 million from the FIB missions. Yeah, so all of those will be done soon. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. And I guess I could do the missions for Oscar as well, but I'm pretty sure that this will count. These ones here will count. So what was there? The final total. So yep, okay, I'm happy with that. There we go. So we did some stuff for the career mode and made loads of money. So I'm happy with that. Been a good night. Let me just call a bunch of dons to go and do work for me. Alright, that's it then. So I'm going to call it. Thank you everyone who came by at any point tonight. I appreciate it. Tomorrow, I'm not going to be sure if I'm going to be on tomorrow. I can't lie. I don't know if I will be. This week coming up is the last week before Rebecca's holiday. She's got another holiday coming up at the end of next week. So this is the last full week before Rebecca's holiday. Rebecca's holiday is like a week and a half to 2 weeks long. So yeah, it's gonna be hell trying to get on stream during that week. So I'm gonna try to do as much as I can this week and next. I would like to get a bit of Fortnite horror in, but I'm still waiting for when Joe and Dina are on. And Peak, I'll do Peak with Rebecca at some point in the next week or two. We'll definitely do it when she's on holiday, but maybe in the next week as well. More GTA, of course. Hopefully they got something good on next week, because this week was shit. Yeah, just more of the same. But tomorrow I don't know if I'll be on, so we'll see. Can't say. I won't say I am when I'm not. I'll say it's unlikely, so it'll be more of a surprise if I am. Anyway, have a good one, everyone. God bless. Take care. All that good stuff. See you guys later. Bye.